Hello, we are here for the second week where we're going to tackle the years of G.I. Joe. We're at 1983. I have with me Birdman and Destro here. Gonna have another Destro in the year Destro is introduced. I see already weird shit is happening in the chat. It's great. Happy Plague Doctor. Sorry to hear about your testicle and that turning lathe accident. I just popped in. The
Who's
first
the woodworker?
thing I read was that. And I have no idea what that is a reference to.
Nice.
But I'm good with that. Yeah. What about you?
Nice. Just another jerk. Just another jerk says Strato Vipers and Beachhead 86 best year. Yeah, I don't know. That's tough. I'd have to really think about that.
85 is the best year, I think, right? Wait.
I think it's close. I can hear arguments for both 85, 86. It's crazy. Some of my favorite a lot of my favorite characters actually came out later. I think like most of my top 5 maybe are like 88 and 89, like Blizzard. Yeah. Oh, we got it. The Monstro Viper.
You got it, yeah. How is it? What do you think?
Whatever year this guy came out had to be the best year. This guy, super articulated. His legs just go up and back. This arm goes up and back. His head turns, and this arm's got whacking wrist action.
Right.
No, yeah, look at that.
He's a little,
I love it.
Wrist move, does it waist move?
No, but it does like pop open. Like I don't know. You could you could put some blow in there. I guess if you're a Hasbro exec.
Nice. Hey, got to keep it somewhere. Perfect. He's rating a kid's toy. I love it.
But this guy's like so crazy. I'd buy a classified version of this if they make it.
Would you?
I would. It would probably be like $65.
Anything they sell.
Well, it's interesting. Ooh, Operative D looks like he hit a bad streak. I was going to talk about my furnace being out since Friday, and we got almost 10 inches of snow, but won't get that part until tomorrow. So bourbon, hot tea, and my space heater don't fail me. All right, well, best of luck, Operative D.
Ouch,
if I was around, I'd come fire it up for you.
Hello, Melted Copper. Hello. Can't forget your last comment there, Melted Copper. You determined that I was a divorcee dating the clown's daughter. I forget what it was.
Oh my God, I do remember that. That was so rough. That was so rough. I remember that.
Very good. That was very good. Okay, here we go. I just watched a video with you and Chad and Ryan talking about the asshat doxxer. Yes, I have. I have moved on. I have moved on from beefing, my friend.
Hell yeah.
I did get doxxed. I did get not only did he dox me, but they actually called my work and talked to my boss.
That's so fucking crazy, dude.
What about
that is so crazy.
I always thought the G.I. Joe community would be more like anti-cancel culture, that kind of thing. I thought that kind of guy, right? Because we're all Gen X, more likely. You're all kind of in your late 40s, mid 40s, 50s. You feel like you're kind of you take a joke, you got your balls busted, you probably got bullied a little bit, and you sucked it up and you just dealt with it. So I feel like we're that kind of guy. So it's just bizarre that we're some asshole actually was thought it was okay to call my work. My work, by the way, did not give a shit, and that's exactly what I said was going to happen in the video. I said said nobody cares. They thought it was ridiculous. It's like you're a little boy. They were like, oh, Mark, you're doing well on YouTube. Good YouTube channel. They're like, don't really care about this at all. This guy seems like a psychopath, but whatever.
Dude, that's so crazy. I mean,
Melted Copper is kind of fun. Yeah, it's a little fun, right? A lot of people like beefing.
I mean, where I come from, if something rubbed you the wrong way that bad, you would just fist fight about it for 10 minutes out back, and then that would be it. It would be over with. You would have expressed yourself, and then that would be the end of it. It's crazy.
That's the way men do shit. That's the way we do.
But I can't imagine calling somebody's place of where they try to get the money to feed their family with and try to cause trouble like that. It just seems like an absolutely insane move. I still can't believe it. It's still shocking.
Absolute piece of shit, and had no effect. Just so it's like, you put yourself out there, you prove you're a piece of shit, and
for nothing.
And it didn't work. So fuck
for
you.
nothing. For nothing.
Bag of dicks,
Right. You could have saved us a bit of hassle if you just walked out and did a whole show about how much of a douchebag you are, and then we could have just all known, and then we wouldn't have to deal with any of the rest.
Now we officially know what kind of douchebag this person is. Nobody cares enough to cancel a GI. Yeah, like it's a GI Joe YouTube channel. Come on. Anyway,
right.
Move on. So since Birdman had his Monstro Viper, which is the basically
coolest action figure ever.
It's listen. I think it's like it's at this point it's our unofficial mascot for the three of us. You know what I mean?
That is a He-Man. That is a He-Man villain. That is not a G.I. Joe villain.
100%, bro. In my head, I kept thinking it reminded me of something, and I think what you just said is what I was seeing, but could not articulate it. Thank you. Holy shit.
Yes, orbit askew. Social media is full of. That could be a nice transition into. Did you see the He-Man Masters of the Universe trailer? What do you all think? How about in the chat? What do you think? You're gonna go see it? You excited? Were you a He-Man? Do you like He-Man? Birdman? Were you in a He-Man?
I had a few He-Man figures. I guess that's plural. Of He-Man would be He-Man, but I'm actually excited for the movie. I was very skeptical. I'm like, oh man, it's gonna suck. This is gonna be hard. And Eternia looked great.
It did look pretty good, yeah.
I was like, I'll go see this. I will take my time and my money, and I will go see it.
So to highlight this, Davina, hello. Well, Destro is the world's biggest pimp.
Oh yeah, you know it.
Yeah. So, what about you, Destro? Were you into He-Man as well, or?
I was. The only thing that stopped the He-Man train was the G.I. Joes. Was seeing that Destro because I definitely was big time into it. I obviously my brain was definitely looking for that 3 3/4, slightly more realistic body type or whatever, I guess, because I immediately went to it. But no, I loved He-Man. I don't remember what it was called, but the thing that had the detachable front that flew around, I had that. I fucking love that thing. Anything that detaches like that and you can split it apart or whatever. Love that. I definitely have battle. What? Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Battle Ram, yeah.
Yeah. Nope. Love that thing. Had Tiger Cat and oh man, what was Skeletor's cat's name?
Panther.
Oh, that's it. Panther. Yeah. Nope. Had those, and I had that thing.
Yeah, of course.
Remember the thing that with the electric, it slide forward, and then the ass end would swing up, and then the other part would slide forward, and it moved like that. It had that one part that swung around. Yeah, I had that thing, and it was, it was the peak movable toy back then.
Yeah.
Nope, but I loved it. I did.
Nice. I was a big fan. I would say I'd put it maybe third in my action figure collecting, or maybe tied
number 2.
Star Wars. Number 2 for me is Mask. I really liked Mask, and Mask was my thing. It's really into it. Yeah, which is cool because they brought it into G.I. Joe now, so it's sort of part of G.I. Joe.
That is cool.
That is cool. Yeah, and they did it. So yeah, but I would say He-Man was probably third, but tied with Star Wars. I like the toys a little better than the Star Wars toys, but obviously Star Wars is Star Wars. So yeah, right. So 80s Joes, He-Man and Star Wars, one of the window. Yeah, it was just so much better. It just was everything the G.I. Joe delivered better. It was, I think the He-Man figures are better than the Star Wars figures because they do have the cool features, and they had some cool stuff in them, even then they were the large size. Yeah, they weren't that articulate, but even just that waist twist was nice. It just makes you can do a lot more with it. The stiffness of the Star Wars figures really kind of sucks. So, but yeah, I was a fan. How about everybody here? Were you a fan? So, what'd you think of it? Did you watch the trailer?
I did. I thought it was pretty good. I'm excited for it. Pretty much I couldn't pick apart anything in terms of the looks. My only thing would be is that I hope it's the time on Earth is maybe short, like, that the movie's not told on Earth. Let's use this to tell a little bit of the backstory and then get the fuck off of Earth. I guess that would be my only real concern.
Yeah, what do you think, Birdman?
Don't need to be in New Jersey again.
Yeah.
Right.
Cal
It looks good though. I mean, a lot of that stuff is hard to do. Skeletor, I mean, that's how do you make that look good and be realistic, sort of, in a way. Remember the original He-Man with Dolph Lundgren and I think Frank Langella with Skeletor? Dude, I don't care. I put that on the other day and it was not as bad as I thought it was going to be, right? Because I thought for sure. It's not great. It's definitely not great, but it is for sure definitely way better than I thought it was going to be. Like it moved faster. I thought there was a lot more bullshit parts or whatever, and it actually the story kind of picked up and went. So, He-Man giving us body. He-Man giving us body image issues since we were kids. Dude was yoked. Pull out, my man.
Like the new guy, he's pretty yoked, but he's not yoked. He's not that yoked. Whatever.
Right.
Oh yeah, okay. Just Now the Jerk says hello, Allison Brie. I'm in. Yeah, I'm a big fan. Love her. She's so good. Everything. Mostly I like her. She's funny. She's a funny actress. She's really and she's hot, obviously.
Pop Cold Frenzy in the house. What's up, brother? Roadblock.
Yeah, hello, Operative D, Roadblock. Well, Paul Morales. Lots of people here we know. Thanks for coming.
Well, just another jerk. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for coming, guys. All girls, whatever, everybody. So so I thought it looked pretty good. I do, I'm with you 100%. No Earth. I wish they had done like just like it's like Lord of the Rings. You didn't need to have Frodo on Earth. You know what I mean? They immersed you in a fantasy world. You got into it. They can do this. It's doable. You do not need this clunky bullshit of we show up on Earth. And we got to have 20 minutes on Earth. It kind of kills that, like, you get caught up in this like fantasy world, and it just sort of sucks. So I'm like, I'm really, but the director's good. The director is good, and so that to me is good.
He did. What are the other movies he did? I just saw this morning when it was like they listed a couple movies he did, and they were all good. So yeah, that's
he did Kubo and the Two Strings, which is like and he was the head of Laika. That does all the stop motion animation. I'm a big stop motion fan.
Yeah.
He did Paranorman, and he did and then he did Kubo and Two Strings, which is it's an amazing movie. It's beautiful. But then he did Bumblebee. That was his first like studio movie, where he like went from stop motion to live action. Bumblebee is probably the best Transformers movie.
The first 15 minutes. Yeah.
Really?
I think.
Yeah. I haven't seen it. No kidding.
Really
I am writing that down.
Right. The people aren't annoying. Like in every single other Transformers movie, the people are fucking annoying as shit. You hate them.
It's too much story about them too. It's their Earth. That's the Earth part of that story where it's just get off the people. Like you barely tie these fuckers in. You use them. You use people to fill in the gaps, right? Of the movie, the little bits, not as like the driving force and shit like that.
Just Another Drug. Yeah, Kubo. It's so good. If you haven't seen Kubo and the Two Strings, I mean,
I have not.
Things that if you have, like, I have kids, so I see all the kids' movies. So I watched it. Although I'm a stop motion fan, I'd probably watch it anyway. But it's gorgeous. It's absolutely beautiful, and it creates this like fantasy world. So he knows how to do it. That's the thing that's annoying is like he knows how to create a fantasy world, immerse you in, not have it take place on Earth. But they just decided to do this bullshit where they gotta have them on Earth. The other thing is they had this is what everybody's been talking about is they have this moment where it like looks at his work desk and he's got a plaque and it says they them, or no, he him on it, right? It's like a He-Man joke, and
right.
Some dumbass takes on this shit. So you got like, I'm not right wing, I'm not left wing. I'm in the weird middle. Where I like have weird grab bag of ideas and I don't want to get in politics, but so many all people have no concept of any. Like I feel like both there are annoying people on the left and the right. Some right wing people have no sense of humor and don't get anything because there's obviously they're like they're like, oh, they're making a woke joke, and they're so lame. Like, no, they're making fun of woke people. It's very clearly He-Man is based. And then
he works in HR. Did you pick that up in the trailer? He works in HR.
He has to go to the HR, and he's got right. It's like, I don't know. It's clear that he's like the whole part where he has the plaque is like he's miserable. He's living this like miserable life working in an office that sucks. They make him put his pronouns. That they're making fun of the pronoun shit. I don't,
right. That's what I thought. Okay, and it's it's a movie. Like, stop taking everything so seriously. Like, you go to a movie to be entertained and happy about it, not to dissect it and critique it. Well, I mean, hold on. I guess you're allowed to critique a movie, but just I don't know how you wind up in that place where you get mad about shit like that.
Who cares? We're here to talk about Joe's. Yeah, I mean, I think He-Man is related. It's tangentially related.
Yeah, absolutely.
My channel is like an 80% G.I. Joe and a 20% other 80 shit, channel as far as
and 1/3 rabid werewolf.
Got rabid werewolf blood, right? And what is it? It's got rabid werewolf blood,
Bigfoot and pissed off bears.
That's right, angry bears. Okay, wait. JR Chap and says at least we're getting a MOTU movie. Yes, and you know what? As bad as it's gonna be, it's probably gonna suck. The 50% chance it sucks. Still gonna be better than all the G.I. Joe movies. I guarantee it's better than all except obviously the 1987 animated movie.
Sure.
It's going to be 100% better than all three. Even if it sucks, it's still going to be better than the 3 G.I. Joe movies. We can guarantee that shit.
Yeah, it even just kind of based on the trailer, and I know there's a lot of, online, a lot of the G.I. Joe community is definitely like loves He-Man, to some extent, and I haven't heard too many like everybody whose opinion I kind of am interested in hearing doesn't have anything really negative to say about it, so I thought that's pretty good. Makes me excited. Same thing with the G.I. Joe Transformers crossover. Everybody who has the IDW comics say that it's amazing. Everybody that has seen Invincible and knows what that director does says that stuff's great. So you put those together. Speaking of IDW, my brother Evan the architect, Evan Cantrell, sent me 5 of these IDW books. So I'm just getting into the comics, right? In a way that I should have done. Yeah. I should have done a long time ago. First off, I don't think I had these the last time I was on, but I bought the 2 compendiums. So I'm literally starting right at 1, and I'm just going to read that first 100 all the way the fuck through. And then my brother Evan sent me these, and dude, these covers are amazing. I love that Scrap Iron gets his due by getting on that cover. That's just a crazy cool cover. I love, the Cobra Commander. I guess he's not the same as he is in a cartoon, so that's nice. Duke looks crazy there. And then when I saw these 2 covers, first off, that is just awesome. I love that.
That is so good. That comic is so good.
I cannot wait.
Have you read it? Oh, it's so good.
No, not yet. I'm actually gonna probably tomorrow. I think I'm gonna have time, and I'm gonna probably read all of these. And then this is the last one. But I'm such a Beachhead fan. Like, I saw this and I gasped audibly. So that makes me
here. Have you played Snake Eyes is an overrated character? Literally, no. Did you read the comics?
What?
You read the comic books. I agree with you. If you're talking about the cartoon, I agree with you. Or almost any cartoon. He doesn't really do a lot in the cartoon. He's kind of just like he's almost like Scooby-Doo. He's like in the back and he doesn't talk, and they make him, run and do shit.
This is interesting.
He's literally the best character. He is the most and I'm not even talking about like he's cool. I mean, he is like the most complex character and the most interesting character in the entire story.
So I don't know.
It's gonna change your mind 100%.
Right. I don't know what it is that's going on online. Apparently, there's a lot of people with this take because Serpentor's Lair just wrote a very good article about why it's absolutely not overrated. Like, what the hell are you people talking about? Listen, if I can ask my mom 3 off the wall questions or like about just in general pop culture, and she definitely knows who Tom Brady is. She knows who Michael Jordan is, and she sure as fuck knows who Snake Eyes is. So I don't know what that says, but he's the GOAT action figure. I mean, and when you think of obviously G.I. Joe in the comic books, but if I were to pick all my favorite comic book characters, Snake Eyes is up there. I mean, I don't know, Wolverine's really cool, but I don't know, Snake Eyes is the best. He's the GOAT to me. I don't know what this silly question is.
Oh, you know what? Snake Eyes actually was the inspiration for Deadpool, by the way. So
well, that makes sense. If you just go the opposite, instead of mute, he can't shut the fuck up, right? You just go the other end of it.
Oh yeah, nah, you can't say that if you haven't read the comics. You got to read the comics. You got to read.
Agreed.
And it's so good. Dorking out with good men my age is good for your soul. Good, yeah, let's do that. We need to do that.
Which, by the way, I should just mention quickly. I think you have to, if you take all the stuff that Larry Hama has ever done, right, and you put all of it over here to the side, but just based on what he would be the GOAT based on one single thing, and that is he took a mute character and made him a cultural icon. Like, do you know what I mean? Like being able to write something like that, I think that's amazing. So yeah, another good shout out to Larry.
He's the best character in the Hamaverse comic without a doubt.
Yeah,
he's the most complex character. He's really fast. He is my favorite. He's my second favorite character of all time.
Nice. Yeah. There you go. That's what's up.
My favorite. You can kind of guess. I'm talking about. I'm talking about Luke Skywalker over above and beyond Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker.
100%.
But I know I'm the minority here. Well, not in here. We're all probably G.I. Joe fanatics. Although everybody likes Star Wars. So let's talk about what else happened in 1983. So then, by the way, here, let me know. Give me some feedback. Trying this out. I probably won't do it every week, but I'll go back and forth. I like to experiment, play around with the format, try different things. I thought this might be a fun thing to do, just hitting every single year. And so what we're going to talk about is what are your memories of 1983 and what else came out in 1983? What was life like? Because I don't really remember. I remember vaguely, but it's hard for me to put the time and place with what came out this year. So to refresh my memory, I thought I would throw out the what else came out in this year. And so this is the big one would be The Return of the Jedi came out this year. Why do I not have all of us?
I have a vivid memory about that.
Oh, nice. Why did I lose Destro here? Okay. Did some weird layout shit.
hey, let me tell you my Return of the Jedi story. It came out on the last day of third grade.
Okay. This is not my favorite, my best. Okay. What happens? What's going on with this thing?
No, it keeps shooting it back. Oh, there you go.
Okay, nice. Here we go. Woo. Okay. Sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah, so that came out on the last day of third grade, and the movie theater was right down the street from school. So we got out of school, stood in line to see Return of the Jedi, and I got the biggest tub of extra butter popcorn that you can get. And I watched Return of the Jedi, and then my mother took me to my grandparents' house, and then that night I woke up in bed and I threw up all that popcorn just right on the bed. And that's kind of like Return of the Jedi turned me off from popcorn for the rest of my life. So thank you, Return of the Jedi.
Nice.
It wasn't, but it's like that's like my memory of Return of the Jedi. I don't remember anything else, but I remember the popcorn and getting sick that night. So thank you, George Lucas.
Nice. I remember being scared of Darth Vader. His voice, you didn't really, he sounded scary as shit. He could do that Force thing where he was, that dude, he was kind of scary, but he is 100% on the Mount Rushmore of villains for sure.
Oh yeah.
He is the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, he's probably the greatest villain of all time, I would argue. But not my favorite. He's probably my third favorite villain. In all honesty, he's up there. I was a Star Wars fan. I don't know about you. How's everybody? Are you a Star Wars fan? I was until about 3 years ago when Star Wars shit the bed and basically started to suck a lot. Yeah. Hello.
It's been a rather steep decline. I mean, I can go back and watch episode 1 2 and 3 and try to enjoy them for what they are, especially 3 where you see the origin of Darth Vader, you see him lose his limbs and like all that. I mean, there's something there that I think I want to like so bad that I try to hold on to it. But dude, anything like after that, the Solo movie wasn't bad, and then the Lando movie was okay, but I don't think I really enjoyed anything else.
Yeah. So Rogue One was all right, I thought. Oh wait, Christmas Story. I did not have this on the list here, Cal.
Oh yeah, Christmas Story.
Oh, one of my favorite movies. I love that movie. And it definitely is. It's got some things that will get it canceled in the year 2026.
Oh yeah. My baby sister drove both my parents crazy from "You don't shoot your eye out, you don't shoot your eye out." She just run around the house saying that for like the next calendar year. It was crazy.
Do we care about the Mandalorian movie? I don't know if I care about the I love the Mandalorian, but I stopped watching it. I didn't watch season 3 because he wasn't like nobody cared. He like stopped being the main character. It got weird. I might watch it though. Yeah, I'm definitely going to see the Mandalorian movie. What about anybody else? Do you guys? What are you feeling? You over Star Wars at this point, or is it? Obviously, we're all in love. I would ask you if you're a fan of Star Wars. Obviously, you were. Everybody's a fan of Star Wars, right?
Sure. Right.
Like if you grew up in the 1980s, you had to have been a fan of Star Wars.
No, definitely was a fan. Definitely. And I can go back and watch those what is it, episodes 4, 5, and 6. I can go back and watch them now and totally enjoy them. And like I said, even episodes 1, 2, and 3, if it just happens to be on, I put it on, I can watch it and like be like, oh, this isn't terrible. But then it's just after that, it's a steep decline. But no, if I see any of that older stuff is on, I will watch it for sure. I think dude, it's such a crazy immersive story. Like I remember, I think it's Return of the Jedi where they go to throw Luke. They're trying to throw him in the Sarlacc pit, right off of Jabba's huge barge. Dude, as a kid, that was such a grand, like crazy looking thing. That barge. Now, I do think one of the lamest parts of Star Wars, even including the new movies, is how Boba Fett just like dies so unceremoniously. What the fuck? Right into the side of the thing. Right? Yeah, crazy. But no, I love that.
He's the most wasted character in all of history.
Until they did that TV show.
Until they did the TV show when they really made it suck hard.
I mean, I think Scrap Iron and Firefly were pretty underused, especially in the they could have been both fucking amazing. The Masters of Disaster, my dudes.
Yeah, Chapman says best part of Star Wars at 50 was watching your kids' reaction. Yeah, you know what? Same here. I watched it with my my kids, and my son became obsessed. But based on the first 3 movies, and then he's waned because the new one sucks so bad. But
that sucks.
It really works. They really hold up. All right, here's a couple more movies that came out in this year. Fire and Ice. You remember this one?
God, I think so.
I lost you again. Oh my god, I did a terrible job of the setting up of this project here.
So all right, that works. I remember this in the way that I remember a lot of things from that age was seeing that cover at the video store, right? Like it's one of those ones that just sticks in your head. We had where I grew up, the before Blockbuster, it was Lansingburg Video, and it was just boop. It was one very small. It was an apartment turned into a rental place, meaning you walked in through the front door, and then there was a bunch of movies on one side, the counter was on the other, and then of course there was the saloon style doors in the back where you could go in the adult movie. I swear the adult section was just as big as the front part. But yeah. But I definitely remember seeing that for sure. I can't say with certainty if I've seen it or not, but I do remember.
It's a cartoon.
It's rotoscoped, so it's they draw over it, and it's got you have the main character in it is the woman, and she's a rotoscope girl in a very tiny bikini.
Yeah, it's almost see-through.
Yeah, it was a Frazetta design. Yeah, in fact, Frazetta Girls is a company that makes action figures. They came out with a figure of her and the wolf guy.
Right. Kalel says Fire and Ice Dark Wolf is the best. So awesome. So yeah, we got fans out there.
Wow.
Yeah, they already have figures out.
Pretty good.
They've got the girl, and she comes with a panther. Pretty good. They've got the Dark Wolf, and they've got the new villain is coming out. So I love this movie. I was a big fan. All right, let's go into it. So somebody mentioned in the chat, 1983 was the year the G.I. Joe cartoon premiered. You guys remember? You don't remember that?
Yes. That part where it's my memory. In my memory before I recently watched it, like sometime last year, is I thought the mass device, the beginning of that show, I forgot about the whole Sky Striker scene, and I thought that it started right off with Destro showing up at the castle. But no, that is like a pivotal part in it. That took my collecting and enjoying GI Joe to a whole new level. Meaning like it just seeing that whole part where Destro walks up, those four like swaying snakes, and he puts his hand in for the identification, and then he goes in, and that whole part is just like, I don't know, man, that changed it all for me, for real.
Yeah. Nice. What's your memory of the intro to the G.I. Joe cartoon there, Birdman?
The utter depression and despair when the following week it didn't come on again. I couldn't figure out why. I'm like, it was on 5 days straight, just like As the World Turns, and now it's Monday, so we're gonna have more. But it wasn't there. It's like, what happened? Where did it go? Like, what's wrong with you, TV? Because we didn't know back then. See, people that like, look, we didn't have streaming. We didn't have websites to tell us what was going on. We just turned on the TV. There it was. Like, wow. And then it was gone.
I know.
It's gone. Man, I'm going to get in a fetal position here just remembering it. But yeah, that first cartoon, I think it has a better look art-wise than all the others. I don't know what's different about it because I'm not a production
100%.
guy, but the coloring on it is different from the rest of the cartoon.
No, it's not my favorite of the series by any means. I think I'd have to go Rise Serpentor Rise, maybe.
Same.
I think Pyramid of Darkness is great, but it's so goofy. It's so silly.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to rewatching that, talking about it. Oh, so Keanu Reeves here has a good comment, which basically sums up exactly my feelings of Fire and Ice, which are, you remember Fire and Ice had boobies, so I watched it like 30 times. Exactly.
Nice.
They were animated movies, so you could kind of get away with it. So it was like, really, kick the mustard out of that crazy hot dog. That's what Duke says in the beginning of the episode, which I'm going to use in real life at some point. I want to be able to use that at some point. But anyway, all right. So let's see what else was going on in the year of 1983. This was a good one. I feel, and tangentially related to James Bond is G.I. Joe is James Bond, right? Octopussy. Did you? This was probably my first Bond movie, I guess. I think it might have been my first. Anybody else?
Well, I was lucky that my parents, as we were talking about before we went live, my parents were very young when I was born. So not that they weren't watching me, but I was able to do a lot of things like watch movies like this, even though I shouldn't have. But no, all the James Bond movies were super cool as hell. He was just, and it was the accent that kind of had me too. I remember as a kid thinking he just sounded awesome.
This one,
all my Bond memories are from TBS.
Oh yeah, this is before TBS, man. Come on.
Hell yeah.
I don't think I knew what pussy meant. I don't think I had any idea there was an innuendo going into this.
Right.
Like, whoa, there's 8 pussies. I guess there's 8.
It was just
whatever.
It's just a weird, because it did another way of saying octopus, meaning like there was octopi, octopus, octopussy. Who knows?
Yeah, that's cool. All right.
Oh, she's got an octopussy. That's fine. Good
point. Octopussy was competing against Never Say Never Again, which is the Sean Connery, old man Sean Connery version, which is a remake of one of the other. I feel it's a remake of an earlier Bond movie that I can't remember which one. Has the same plot, and it's not It's okay. It's okay. Octopussy's better though. Octopussy had some good action scenes. I remember he's like fighting on the top of a plane at the end. That was pretty cool. It had like a bevy of just like hot assassin women. So remember that? That was it was a remake of Thunderball. Thank you. Okay. Remake of Thunderball. But Octopussy just had like assassin women everywhere. So never say never again. Didn't have Kim Basinger though. That's a good point,
Pop Cold Frenzy says Blue Thunder. You remember Blue Thunder?
Oh hell yeah.
The helicopter. Do you remember the toy? Did you have the toy?
Yeah.
Dude, that toy, I love that thing. So first of all, I didn't have a Dragonfly. So that definitely like just stood in as my Dragonfly. I had Airborne for it, and I always had Duke flying it. But I just loved the way that whole front cockpit had the extra seat, and then it had that crazy minigun on the front. I don't know if you remember, right up in the front of the cockpit. And I think at the time, I just remember like there wasn't anything like that you could get that looked like that. I fucking loved that thing.
Yeah, it was so good. The show was, I feel like probably wasn't good, but I loved it at the time. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, right. As a kid, it's totally great. You're like, yo, look at this flying helicopter with all the guns and the missiles and shit. Hell yeah.
Well, let's see. All right, well, let's get it. I think we're probably gonna get into it, huh? 1983. Let's start with the figures. Here we go. We've got. Let's see. Let's get a good layout here. What's the best layout? I think this one's the best one. 1983. So this is the year.
Which was your favorite?
Great year for figures. Well, obviously we know what the favorite. Should we just get it over with and talk about the Destro?
Yeah, right.
So obviously we're talking about this. Obviously, just want to say we're getting this Joe's
awesome site
website.
Fantastic.
I support them. Carson's a good guy. I am using this with permission, but I like to call it out whenever I can.
Absolutely. That is very cool that he just lets you use it too. It's nice.
Yeah, that's the point of him creating it. Was for people to use it, but you gotta. The right thing is to acknowledge what you use, which is something I'm learning. And make sure you acknowledge everything that if you take it from people, if you're inspired by people, you call it out, say yes, right? Say, hey, check this out. This is great. So anyway,
I love it.
Goes.com. But yeah, so obviously, what was this was mind blowing to me. What is it? The Davina says the man in the Iron Mask. Yes, that is the inspiration. And he actually talks about that. You can actually hear if you go to 3djoes.com, by the way, everybody, if you haven't been yet, underneath every single figure in every vehicle is a little audio file that you can play, usually by Ron Rudett or Kirk Bazigian or whoever.
What?
They will talk about the creation of the thing for about a minute.
Wait a minute. I did not know that. So was these little clips made specifically for this website from those guys?
Yeah. So look right here. Okay.
Get the fuck out.
Right there. Right. So we have there, and
I think when Ron originally designed Destro, he was the man in the Iron Mask.
Before Leonardo was in that movie, The Man in the Iron Mask, I knew before that the story because I had seen it on TV. That's probably where I got the idea.
So the idea was, how do you create a mask that looks like iron? Well, you could paint it gray. You could mold it in silver, none of which is going to look any good. So the next thing was, let's try something different. So we did the vac metallized head.
There you go, right? That's pretty awesome, huh?
Dude, I did not know that site had that like that. I am going to, I obviously always saw the little thing there, and I never clicked on it. I never knew what the hell it was. That is freaking amazing. What an awesome fucking website. Holy shit. Wow. Yeah, I don't know where else you're going to get such inside information at your fingertips, and it's right there, easily organized. You get the guy you want. Like, you don't have to listen through a whole long thing to find the character or the figure you want. You just scroll down. There's the one I want. You click on it. You list. Wow. It's mind blowing. I think that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So so I guess basically the point of this is to recall, what's your memory of, checking this figure out?
It jumped off the peg at me when I saw it. Now, I this is the first one that I got, and I remember that GI Joes existed. I remember seeing the Snake Eyes and being like, "That does look cool," but for whatever reason, the rest of the Joes, it didn't all pull me right in the same way, right? Like I remember seeing them in that as KB Toys or Latham Circle Mall, and I love that store. I can remember the whole thing in my mind. And I remember walking in the toy aisle. I was walking back towards the front of the store. It was on my left hand side, and there was it was six pegs all, right here, and there was all the Joes from the first year, and then there was six in a row right next to it, all one on top of each other. That was all from this new wave. And the Destro, that light hit that helmet the right way, and it just I looked at it and was like, wait a minute, what? Stood there looking at it, and I think I was there to buy something else because I didn't know these existed. And at that point, I bought the Destro, and then I was like, all right, here's that other one I always had my eye on, that Snake Eyes, and I bought those two, and those were my first two, and that literally is what set off this 40+ year obsession with GI fucking Joe. It was literally that moment.
Yeah, for me, I think I saw him on the commercial. So there's a pretty great commercial which recalls it's got like elements from the comic book, and then he showed the comic book, and they do a really cool thing in the comic, which Birdman you probably recall because I think you may have gone through this year, right? With Toy Habits.
He's bad bitch in the comic.
Yeah. They do a cool thing where they don't show him; they just have him off screen, and he talks, and he's in shadow for like a whole issue. And the end of the issue, he finally shows his face, and it's like, oh, that's how you make an entrance. Yeah,
nice.
And then like the following issue, he's trying to double cross Cobra Commander to kill Cobra Commander, but then he learns the Baroness is with Cobra Commander, and he's like, oh crap.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, great voice actor Arthur Burghardt also did Sectors. He was the voice of General Spydrax. Yeah.
I mean, and just look at the figure. He's Diesel, that card, like so many other Joes that the card art just sends me. He's got a cool looking gun. We all know about them wrist rockets. Like you absolutely can't go wrong. Just that collar, that collar looks awesome. I mean, it's one of those things. It's similar to like Gung-Ho in a way that like the open chest that he has there. I don't even see that because everything else is so awesome. I don't even notice that he doesn't have a shirt on. It's like with Gung-Ho.
I love it. You know what? To me, I was analyzing like what is it about him and what is it that works so well? Why does he resonate? And I think it's because the shirt is open, right? It's like when you read that new the Energon universe, the writer leans in and just makes him just absolutely a pimp. He gets the girl. I mean, like, and I know the pimp. We're talking about 90s. They use pimp as a sort of. It was like a euphemism for like cool guy gets the girls. I understand it's not necessarily politically correct. I also don't give a fuck. Sorry. So and it becomes like okay, so Destro will always be a black man under that mask. Somebody says right, because Arthur Burghardt, he's black. He's a Scottish guy. I mean, whatever. But I understand, and that's what they lean into it in that new Energon universe. They go. It's like a blaxploitation movie in screenplay form. It's like Shaft meets James Bond meets like a war profiteer. It's so cool, and that's why he's such a badass like hero. I think he's a hero. He really is kind of a hero. He's the villain. He's a villain. He's more hero than villain half the time. So, so Word Burglar has a song called "Call Destro." I have heard. I love Word Burglar. In fact, I would like to talk to Word Burglar and make and get to know him. So I might actually have to hit him up and see if I can get him on here. But
that'd be awesome.
Do you guys know about Word Burglar?
Hell yeah, I do. That shit is real good.
Yeah. Very cool stuff. Yeah. So I mean, what about you, Birdman? Any thoughts on first seeing Destro?
I think Destro is so overdone and so overrated. I mean,
but removed from stream. Removed from stream. No, I'm just kidding.
He's been waiting to do that all week.
I think there's a better option that year that's just leaps and bounds better than Destro, and that's Major Bludd.
Oh yeah, okay.
You know, I'm sorry y'all can't see it,
Major Bludd,
but maybe if you got
yeah.
your glasses checked, you know, you would realize.
I love me some Major Bludd, man.
Me
I'm
too.
not gonna lie, you know. Okay.
Listen, I love Major Bludd. Oh my god,
yeah, he's awesome. He's so
awesome.
good. It's the best classified figure ever, by the way.
Yeah,
Bludd,
okay.
The original Major Bludd is the best figure.
Really? The best ever?
The best they've ever made. They will never make a better figure than that. I will doubt they will ever make. I will top it.
It is
so good.
It's really hard to argue that. Like, there's barely, you know. So first of all, they wound up in the classified version. They wound up being able to do just that brown and black, right? They did it exactly like the figure, and I thought I think that is so awesome. The face sculpt, the eye patch, everything about it is fucking perfect. It is a incredibly solid choice for best figure, 100%.
It's gorgeous. The new one, I just think the red muddies it up. I don't like I mean, I think it's great if you didn't get it, you got a chance to get it now because the old one's probably running about $100. But that old one, man, it's just perfect. Everything about it. That face is so frightening. It's so detailed. It looks real. Major Bludd. They cast Major Bludd, and we got to make a movie, and you got to cast. Who's the guy? South African actor. It was in District 9.
Oh, Sharlto Copley.
Oh,
the guy that played Murdoch.
Perfect.
So
yes, perfect.
Major Bludd.
He would be awesome. He would bring that like, because so to me, Major Bludd was like Cobra's beachhead. It's a dude that has been around and done enough to where he could sit in the boardroom next to like Scrap Iron, Firefly, Destro, Cobra Commander. He could be sitting in there, but he wants that action. He don't want to sit in the office. He wants that action. So he's out on the front lines. And like the same thing with Beachhead. I loved Major Bludd. He's a freaking killer character. And the only reason I like that new classified is I can stick him in with the 788 fire team and have him lead that. But if I'm doing like I'm saying, a shot of like Cobra's brass in like a boardroom or, you know, the throne room or something like that, I like using the brown and the black one, you know, without the red. It looks just right. It is incredible. But dude, I mean, again, I feel like all these ones I'm mentioning, Scrap Iron, Firefly, and Major Bludd, all three of those could just have been. You could almost do like a spin-off series on just any one of those, right? I mean, maybe not Scrap Iron as much as Firefly and Major Bludd, but I think how they all wind up in their positions in Cobra, how they got there, I think could all make. I mean, if they could just do this shit right, bro, it's a fucking gold mine from G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
And I like that you mentioned Scrap Iron because I think Scrap Iron gets lost in the shuffle.
Yeah.
And cool. if you read his file card, it says he's Destro's chief engineer or weapons developer.
Yes.
So he should always be right there with Destro in my mind.
Yeah.
But he just kind of got lost. But it was an awesome figure. Even back in 84, 85, he had the little missile launcher thing and he had the wall pistol. I mean,
game changer.
Scrap Iron, please.
Yeah.
Game changer.
Classified Major Bludd better. I mean, he looks fine. I just think I don't like the red, but he's pretty much the same figure. By the way, wait, I missed. Okay, Bludd's another Merc though. Yeah, so that's the thing is I don't think Bludd is a very complex character. He actually is complex because I don't know if you read the Hearts and Minds, there's a whole story about backstory for him, but he's more like he's a scumbag. Like you can't trust him. He's slimy. He's backstabbing. He's, which
he just wants money. I mean, hello.
Yeah, it's fun to have that character. He works. You don't need.
I don't work for free. Do you?
What's that?
Do you work for free?
I don't. No. Destro doesn't work for free either, but he has his morals. Okay. All right. So let's see. Let's go down the list here. So Major Bludd. What a great year they gave us. The Major Bludd and they gave Destro. Not a lot of villains though. this you could buy Cobra Commander in package, swivel arm battle grab here, which was kind of good. So I don't know. I think I already had mine by then. I had gotten them through mail order. So was this?
Which took forever.
Yes. Was this anybody's first?
Yes.
This is how you
first mail order.
Yeah.
I think if I remember correctly, my mom knew about it and was like, "Oh, I don't remember. I have to ask her about this, get the details correct." But like I didn't know or understand this, but my mother did somehow. And I remember because she was like trying to get the flag points, and I was like, "You can't do that to the card." And she was like, "Trust me." And so I trusted her. And yeah, it took a little while, but fucking incredible figure. Also on the Mount Rushmore of villains, right there, Cobra Commander for sure. And I've said a bunch of times, like to me, while the hood is super badass, and when they finally get around to classified, or you get yourself one of those customs that are out there, the hood is super badass. But I always I have to go with the battle mask, because the battle mask is like, you don't know what's going on under there, right? It could be anything happening. The hood, you can see around like his eyes, and they're like, oh, it's just a dude. And to me, it just takes so much away from that. But like the
hood. I prefer the hood because he's creepier. But your favorite mail order was 1984 hood. Yeah. I don't know. He's just creepier. I don't know. He looks crazy.
It is crazy looking. Kalel says 6 to 8 weeks checking the mailbox every day, sometimes 2-3 times a day.
Oh yeah, you needed both. You need the hood and the helmet. Frankly, you need
Agreed.
He's not going to hang out in the helmet all day. You smelling your own burps. You're going to smell like shit. It's not.
I like at the podium. Cobra Commander should have the hood.
They made a collector's club version of him that was in
so
black.
good.
It was really good. And he came with a podium. So good.
Yes, it's very good. Yeah. It's 3 3/4 excellence right there. That one.
Yeah. All right. So let's look. Okay, so that's really it for our Cobra this year, except for the things that come with vehicles. We'll tackle them when we get to the vehicles. So let's go down the list of our figures. And so number 1, we have Airborne. I love this figure.
I think that's probably my favorite Joe that year.
Really? Okay, this year. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
He's killer. He's killer. It was a departure from the green of everything, you know what I mean? Yeah. I was really taken by the idea of him being that number 2 in the Dragonfly. Like I thought that how awesome it was that, he was right there. It was a character. It wasn't
on
just
the side of the Dragonfly. His name is there.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. So they put the name on. There he is. Is the new one.
Why the fuck don't you think he came out with the Dragonfly then? What came first, him or the Dragonfly? He did, right?
I think they came out at the same time. Actually, I'm trying to remember I think maybe, or did I make that up? It might have been the G.I. Joe Classified. They put his name on the side, but he's absolutely on the package as the co-pilot, which is very cool because you got a cowboy and an Indian, right?
Right.
Cowboys and Indians working together. Oh, is that right? I'm sorry. I'm supposed to say Native American. I'm sorry.
Come on.
Native Americans working together. He's a Navajo. That's actually the best way to do it, right? That's why you can avoid the annoyingness of fucking up and saying the wrong thing. You can say specific, but you got to kind of know he's a Navajo. That is so cool, though. Like that, like the idea of that is fun. It's like that's what they were doing. They're doing a cowboy and a Native American working together. It's very cool.
Yeah, no, and just that backpack was awesome. A lot of detail, like around the shovel and stuff. I thought that was cool. His gun was a little different. I think it was the first time we saw that. Like the other Joes didn't have one that looked like that.
Bayonet on it.
Yeah. Really cool. Awesome stuff.
That made it so much better, man. Like that it was like with a little subtle difference that makes a gun, because everybody came with a gun. Eventually, guns aren't that exciting. Put a little bayonet on it. I'm excited now.
Definitely.
Stabbing people. I like to stab more than I like to shoot.
Top Coal Frenzy shares a good little memory. He says, me and my brother both got Airborne for Christmas. My dad put him in one of those plastic helicopters and wrapped it so we had no idea what the fuck we were getting. Right. So it just a big ball of wrapping paper around a helicopter. Yeah, I get it. Oh, shit.
Michael Foley remembers the airport spirit pair up. Yeah, there was like a little subtle storyline they had there where they put the two Airborne and Spirit together and they had them kind of working it out and like working together. And like Spirit was obviously more traditional. He had the shaman thing going on, and Airborne was more like he was just like, wasn't as in touch. And you got a sense there was a little story that could go on. It didn't really ever like evolve much, but it was cool.
Right. Yeah, man. I'm just watching that figure circle. That's just such a really cool 3 3/4 figure. The classified split too. I'm also just sitting here thinking, why in the world didn't they have him come out with the Dragonfly? It seems like a absolutely, dream kind of thing. I mean, nothing against Glenda or Ripcord or Crazy Legs, because like they're all like that Ripcord figure is fucking phenomenal, and I think it's great that he's in there. But like maybe I don't know.
They're not going to come out with a mainline figure in the Dragonfly other than you got to have Wild Bill, obviously. So they don't want to. They want you to buy it. If you didn't get your Dragonfly, you're going to buy it. So they came out with some bullshit figures, like for instance, you got Ripcord. Oh, Ripcord's a mainline, but he's Night Force Ripcord. So it's like
right.
He's not like the main Ripcord, and Crazy Legs again. We still don't have Ripcord. That blows my mind. We don't have a Ripcord.
Right.
Like an actual
easy repaint.
What's that?
Right.
Easy repaint.
Right.
I know. Why don't they? I don't know why they do it. Hopefully they'll put him with a parachute. All right, let's get into the next.
I guess we'll chalk that up with why don't we have a moccasin?
Oh yeah, totally. All right, let's see. Oh, all right, okay, Doc. Here we go. Oh, one of the greats.
Very cool. I don't know what it is about, and all through, the years of collecting, I very much enjoy like the dudes without weapons for some reason, like the specialist.
Really?
I don't know why. I mean, but like a lot. And Doc was cool because everybody in my family wanted to buy me a Doc. You know what I mean? They were looking at the ones that had the weapons and whatever. But no, I remember for I think my birthday that year, I got 3 Docs, literally 3 of them. So I was able to take 2 of them back. One was from Caldor, one was from KB, and then I was able to swap them for other Joes. But yeah, I literally got 3 that year for my birthday. Hilarious. Excellent figure. Look at that stretcher. I mean, come on, please. That's amazing.
Yeah, the stretcher was great. I actually, and it's one of those things you don't give me a weapon, but what am I gonna do? I turn that thing into this like a flare launcher, right? I had to just shoot people in the face with it,
Oh, absolutely. Oh, it's just like it's almost just like a like a shotty, except it's pistol grip, like that's all. That's lethal. It's lethal.
Were you a fan of Doc Birdman?
I like every figure from '83.
Yeah,
I can't look at and looking at the list, I'm like, man, I had everybody except for one.
Who's that?
H.I.S.S driver. I never had a H.I.S.S.
Oh, good figure.
I always had
rocket launcher. It looks more like a rocket launcher. Who has a flare gun that's that huge? I don't know. I've never seen a flare gun that big in my life.
I mean,
maybe it's an RPG.
It felt like more like an RPG. I don't know.
I used to use it where he would shoot up and he could catch, like if he was trying to get somebody taken away, it would like hook up to them and he would shoot it up to get caught on a helicopter, and like a helicopter with my Blue Thunder would take him away, like a zip line kind of thing. It was just like, get him out of here. I always had Duke.
My mind there. Was there anybody that knew that the stretcher worked with the Dragonfly? No.
What?
It worked with the Dragonfly? How the fuck did that happen? How did it work with the Dragonfly? You're blowing my mind here. Come on. Explain.
Stretcher worked with the Dragonfly because I found out a week ago. Hold on.
So
where does it go?
In or something? Was it? I had no idea, man. No, totally awesome. All right. Let's see. What's our next guy? I can't wait to get the vehicles here because the vehicles this year is a good year for figures, but vehicles, man, is crazy. All right. So we got our mainline figures. Oh, we should probably talk about this guy. Another mail order. Duke.
That was a long 6 weeks.
Yeah.
It really is like, and like kids today have no idea. You know, you get something from Amazon in 2 days. We were literally waiting weeks, and there was no guarantee. Like there was no, you know, you just didn't get it.
For me, Villain 82 says during my children playtime, Doc was always killed trying to carry. I'm with you 100%. Anybody who didn't come with a weapon to a battle was dying. Dial tone, I always had dial tone get shot in the back, so his communication machine would explode. I was like, you know,
dial tone had a submachine gun.
What's that?
Dial tone had a submachine gun.
Right. He had a weapon, but his purpose was communication, which is not very exciting.
Okay.
Right.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Right.
Mainframe.
Mainframe.
Mainframe. Yeah, he's getting fucked up.
Yeah, he always took the shrapnel. I mean, I always really liked Duke. It was one of he kind of reminded me of like my mom's dad, my grandfather, you know, because it was like my grandfather was very tall. He always had a haircut like that, and was just very, very like authoritative seeming, I guess if that's a word. And I don't know. Duke always reminded me of like a parent, right? Like not really exciting, but like was there to show you the way, you know, shit like that. That's I always liked Duke. That figure was awesome.
Yeah, I'm like I said, I you know, everybody kind of knows I'm not like the biggest Duke fan, but I like Flint better. But I do
Flint's
like
badass.
Duke in the Energon universe a lot. I think the problem is if you read the comic books, Duke and you're like, I was reading them at the time, Duke was very like non-existent in the comic books. I too am a Duke supremacist. Nice. What was your take on Duke, Birdman? Were you Duke fan or?
I like Duke in the cartoon. I didn't like him so much in the comic book.
Yeah, he's non-existent. He doesn't do shit.
And yeah, he's not around much. And when he is, he's real, I guess, bossy.
Yeah, he's annoying. He's not great in the comic book as well. But you got him in the mail. Anything you got in the mail was amazing. It was just like the best experience of your life to get something in the mail back then. And like, you
definitely.
Yeah.
Your name on it too. That was the crazy part where you showed up and it had your name on it. That was like, cool. Yeah, this is fucking awesome.
Speaking of that reminds me of I think the Christmas Story, which also came out in 1983, according to somebody in the chat. They had this moment where he's like he sends away for little orphan Annie like decoder ring.
Decoder ring.
Every day he's like at that mailbox and he's at that mailbox and finally it shows up and it's like
drink your Ovaltine.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Now that like definitely captures the experience. But you got Duke and he didn't suck. He was a good figure. You know, he was cool. You know, I think I just being a Snake Eyes stan, I think that's my problem with Duke. But yeah, Duke's all right. Duke's okay. All right. Let's get into our next figure here. Is one of my absolute all-time favorites, Gung-Ho, 100%. My absolute. He's in my top. Maybe my top 5.
Wow.
G.I. Joe characters. He's your leader. Okay. I don't know if I'd follow this guy anywhere. He's crazy.
Right.
But that's why I love him, you know?
So I can't remember where I heard this and I feel shame. I don't remember if it was here or it was a different podcast. So hopefully I'm not repeating myself. I can't remember, but we were talking about the color, right? That particular like aqua color. Yeah. And somebody was saying that there's actually a precedent for that color. So I guess Vietnam era fatigues had some kind of something where they would actually fade to this color, like where it would have that very teal looking effect. So it actually makes it like just not weird that he has this toothpaste looking uniform. There's a precedent for it. It's actually something that happened. So to me, that makes it a billion times cooler. I mean, what an awesome figure, right? I feel shame that I haven't gotten the retro classified yet.
I did. It was one of their best. I love it. It's great.
Oh, I saw it in a couple pictures the other day, and I was like, dude, I have to get that. But
a lot of
this
teal.
looks
Yeah,
fantastic.
so there's Airborne has some teal in them, right? Is that what you're referring to? It's a weird teal.
Yeah, he does.
So Birdman comic book was my first experience with Gung-Ho. You remember how they introduced him?
No, how they introduce him.
Oh crap. Was that like the Federal Reserve building or something like that?
He's in the Arctic.
Oh,
Just like
that's
that.
right. That's right.
This is why
And
I
he's
love
not wearing a jacket.
Yeah, he's insane. He's in the Arctic. He's wearing this outfit, and he's just absolutely insane. And he just like rushes in the battle. He keeps talking to Snake Eyes too.
Snake Eyes.
Yeah, he's like harassing Snake Eyes basically, just talking to him, and like Snake Eyes obviously can't talk back. And then in the end, there's a whole thing where Snow Job is like trying to set Clutch up with Gung-Ho's sister.
Gung-Ho's sister, that's a child.
But then we find out at the end that she's a child. Yeah. The joke is like he's trying to get a date with like a 5-year-old or something.
Right.
But it's like they're fucking with each other. That's what I love about the comic book. It's like this is guys. This is how guys act. We fuck with each other.
Kalel says Gung-Ho in the store was a wow factor, and I was like, I have to have this guy. So I agree with that. Now, I didn't buy him at first because there was like other ones that I wanted because it just that color for some reason was like, man, I don't know. That's going to stand out from the rest. That's really, really cool. So I definitely bought other figures over him at first. But every time I would go into the store and see the Joes and he was there, it's the first thing that your eye goes to 100%. Right. Unless Destro's close enough, that's going to, but no, that figure is just awesome. The big tattoo on the chest. I mean, come on. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think he was my second. I think I bought Snow Job, then him in this wave, just because I didn't see Destro the first time I went to the store.
Okay,
but
okay.
He was to me he was like the most. I was into pro wrestling. You go, y'all pro wrestling fans.
All right. Oh, a lot of crossover there.
Yeah, there's a lot of crossover pro wrestling and G.I. Joe. For me, he was like the closest to a pro wrestler before we got Sergeant Slaughter, obviously. And
right.
He's just a big, burly guy, no shirt. He's crazy. He's got a grenade launcher. I mean, amazing.
100%.
Yeah.
Very cool figure. He's one of those ones where, like, in terms of the direction of G.I. Joe going from, like, again, like that OG-13, it's all very, like cookie cutter, all green shirts with the exception of like Snake Eyes, Scarlet, whatever. But and then like right off the rip, they're introducing a character like this where they're just like, yeah, no, we're gonna like have dudes that have this amazing amount of character. It's not just gonna be, you know what I mean? It's like we're not just gonna be these green shirt guys. Like, sure, they're gonna have army builders on both sides, but we're gonna have these kind of characters that stand out, grab your attention, and like just visually makes you like think about, you know, like a dude like that. You know, it's a lot different than just your average military guy. But then like you see him in the cartoon and the comic and he's just a crazy person. It's awesome.
Yeah, he is a swamp fighter, fight the dreadnought. Yeah, he's always paired up. To me he was like Copperhead was his like
I would make them throw down. Yeah.
Because Copperhead was like a little bit beefier, bigger body. You know.
Right. It was always interesting too that I don't remember what episode it was, but like, it's the one where they Cobra kidnaps a member from a bunch of their a member from each family, and at the end, Gung-Ho's like, how come nobody? No, like my family's not here, and they show like Cobra and the Baroness running away from his family, and they're like, "Where are you going?" So that was awesome. Even as a kid, you're like, "Oh yeah, I know those families."
All right, so next in line we have Snow Job. This is one of my favorite figures of the year. Absolutely, this was like a win for me. What about you all?
He had quite the pack out.
Oh yeah,
dude,
loaded.
Yeah, although I always had trouble playing with the winter people. I live in Alabama, and I'm like, I never knew what to do with them. You know, I'm just like, okay. I guess I'll break them out one day a year.
Destro and I do not have that problem because we both come from places where it snows all the fucking time.
Right. We are buried right now. I got like two fucking feet of snow. I swear to God. Dan, this is a crazy cool figure and one of the best classifieds. This is just, I mean, look at how as a kid, this is like one of the first that has like a lot of shit on it like that with the poles on the back and the skis and you still get a primary. I mean, dude, this is one of like the first kind of game changer-ish things in that regard. You know, this is that one that year where you're like, look at all that shit on there. That's so awesome.
Yeah, this is probably the most any figure came with.
Yeah.
This is the first figure to come with a lot of shit. You know, and you could all fit it on his. That was the other great thing is the skis fit on the backpack. You get a little handle on it, which is kind of cool. I thought it was really fun, especially James Bond. You'd always see the James Bond scene where he's going down the mountain fighting people, shooting people on skis. So for me, it was just like having him go down the hill, fighting snow serpents. I just pretend they had skis. They had the snowshoes. And just having him just knock him down. He's also a sniper. He's like an expert marksman. But you'd also have him beat the shit out of people with his ski poles. It was just so fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I really just to note that classified is so awesome. Do you have that, Mark?
Get it? No, it's like the hardest figure to get, and now it's like $150. And I think I might just blow 100. I'm waiting for that. I figure they'll come out with a retro. But otherwise, I'll blow $100 and get them.
Dude, I see it for like 70 and 80 in a couple of the Facebook. If I see it, I'll just can grab it for you. We'll figure it out or something.
Oh yeah, please.
I saw one yesterday that was 80, and I almost bought it. And then I was like,
"Did you get him?"
I did. I was lucky enough. I have my brother Chuckin' and Truckin' has given me a couple of these hard to find items at a very reasonable price. So I got a vamp from him at the time when it was just basically hitting $300. If you wanted to go to eBay plus shipping, 300 plus shipping, I put it out there. I was like, if anybody has something reasonable, that it was like, yeah, man, let's figure it out. And you figure if it originally started for 300 or 100, it was selling for 300. He went somewhere in the middle, including the shipping, and which he lives on the other side of the country. So he very graciously just basically ate $120 because he was like, this is ridiculous. So I got that. I got him from him. Snow Job. I feel like there was one more sort of hard to get figure, but I can't remember what it was. Blessed in that regard, man. I would have had a hard time spending $100 on that figure. But let me tell you something. Now that I have it, I could look back and say, if I wound up having to have spent 100, I would have. It's worth it. It is the coolest freaking figure. Amazing. Yeah. I just did a series of snow shots with him outside. I did one like last week, and then I actually did another one today where I was outside with like 20 plus figures, 5 snake armors, a whole bunch of claws, and then you'll see it. It'll be up online, dude.
It's very cool.
It's awesome. Thank you. But yeah, crazy cool figure. If I see one that's low like that, brother, I will grab it for you.
Nice. Yeah, my card Snow Job's for Egypt. Talk about not having so. Yeah, because he's actually one of the only figures I don't have actually that I want. From Egypt, they made a card of Snow Job in Egypt. That's very cool. Here's another very cool thing I want to call out here is. Snow Job, you still like Snow Job, even though you're in Florida, you had a bunch of white dryer lint that you use for a snow. That is awesome.
Oh,
yeah, you don't need snow. I was never playing
for sure.
A couple times. I had like a blanket. That's perfect. White
do
blanket.
You guys
no.
Do you guys remember in the ads, like, so it would be like whether it was like in the newspaper or whatever it was, so they would have the page full of G.I. Joe stuff, and it would be like this rocky kind of grassy terrain, and they'd have like a bunch of different stuff set up, but somewhere right in the middle they'd have just this little white patch with Snow Job just in the middle like this, in the tiniest little patch of snow. No other snow on the whole freaking thing, but this little tiny spot with him and his skis. Hilarious, but awesome still.
All right, let's go to Torpedo. Loved this figure so much. Just absolutely. I feel like guns were too. It was like they're cool, but it was like when somebody came with something else. So the fact that he had a harpoon gun, even though it's like a very impractical weapon that would kind of suck in real life, just love the fact that he would be able to shoot somebody with a little harpoon. But I love that backpack too, because he's got the little torpedoes in the backpack, which you could imagine shooting off and just the classified's great, but misses that backpack. I wish they had the backpack with the little rockets.
Again, big fumble on their part for that there. I chalked that up with Alpine, not their Mountaineer not having a backpack, and the Retro Snow Serpent not coming with an AK. They're all egregious.
Yeah.
But this is a dope figure. You pretty much nailed all those important parts. I mean, plus it's the first time we see a frogman type of, an underwater guy. I mean, the eel is a little more polarizing, but when this came out, it was pretty freaking awesome. That backpack is cool. I'm such a sucker for shit like that, right? Anything that the extra paint on there, the where the torpedoes are red, that's what changes it. It's just that one little detail. That's all it takes, and now it looks like something different. Also, his mask is very like balaclava-ish. I'm a sucker for that. Whenever there's something, whether it's the trooper with like the thing over their face like this, or an actual beachhead style balaclava, I don't know. It looks so ready for action.
Such a cool backpack, yeah. Interesting. Backpack is so important. This orange really works. Action Force Torpedo came with a third flipper. What the hell are you gonna do with that? Put it on his dick? What are you gonna do? I don't get it.
I was just reading that, and I remember seeing the picture. Cal posted that the other day, and sure enough, right in the middle, kind of right where you're talking about, was definitely a third flipper. I mean, it's not like they gave you extra shit for other figures, like, if you lose, there's an extra one. So it's really strange. Like, why the fuck would they do that for that figure? It's hilarious.
So look at that art, though, man. That is so good. It's so great.
Absolutely, it's excellent card art.
Well, we made it to our final figure of the year, and this is obviously the figures that come with the actual vehicles. This is Tripwire. Never my favorite. Never. I don't know. What are your thoughts about
the classified version, though?
The classified version is one of the best things they've ever done, because they took a figure that was kind of lame and they made him incredible, but he still looks like him. That to me he is one of the best things they've ever done. They reinvented him. He's so good. He's so good. Right? He's right here.
I already beat you to it.
Come on, he has the little rat. He's got a little rat with him, and that is just so fun. That's so
his metal detector attaches right to the side of the backpack. His controller clips onto the back as well, so you can put a primary in his hands. He's got the mine that sits in that little circle there. Dude, I actually just got around to taking this out. Like I took the figure out of the box. I just took all his gear out the other day and put him together and played a little bit with the extra vests and all the other stuff. It is fucking awesome. It is definitely like that makes it the price worth it so much and everything. It's just really, really phenomenal, an amazing figure.
Yeah.
But
but when you're a kid, what are you gonna do with this shit? He doesn't come with a gun. I made him, I don't know, did anybody else do this? I made him like fling his discs like hello, you dorks.
Like frisbees.
Are we dorks? Wait, are we all dorks here? I thought we were on a G.I. Joe YouTube channel.
Right.
I'm unsubscribing. I love Tripwire.
Nice.
I mean, objectively, if you think about him in real life, he's very cool because he's in EOD. His job is incredible. It's incredibly scary, and obviously, he's the Hurt Locker. But he just doesn't look very badass. And they also gave him this goofy idea that he would trip all the time,
right?
Clumsy. In the comic book, that they use that. So whenever you saw him, he was tripping and he was dropping shit, and it was kind of lame.
I feel like that was propaganda that led to his downfall as a figure, because it just, it is lame and it made him seem like a dork, like a super big, almost unlikable. But I actually loved him as a kid for sure. Like I said, I'm a sucker for the non Gungarians. I love them. Him and Lightfoot. I know they're like not. It's just like, what are you doing? They show up after the battle, you know, to detect shit. No, they're I don't know. I loved it as a kid too, but man, I could go on for another hour about the classified. It's ridiculous.
So
speaking about Lightfoot, I was cleaning out a drawer the other night, and do you know what I found? Lightfoot.
Nice.
Oh, you did? Nice.
I have no memory of ever buying him. I don't know how I got him.
Huh.
But he was in a desk drawer, just hanging out.
He snuck in.
Interesting. Wow. Okay. So
yeah,
those mines were getting slung like Cap Shield, 100%. That was because you have a figure. You get a figure like you get Torpedo. He's got torpedoes on his back. He's got a harpoon. Then you get this guy, and he comes with this little fucking mine detector thing. It's like, oh, you can find your keys if you lost them, but he's not very interesting and not very fun to play with. So you got to give him something to do. So you give him those, discs. He's flinging those discs. They're little explosives. Then he's fun. Then he's a fun figure.
I liked imagining him as something else. I can't remember. It's not like they came with extra weapons, but I remember giving him a weapon from somebody else and thinking like his color and his helmet and stuff were cool. Yeah, and it was just like, yeah, he's a fighter too. He's a fighter.
You got to do that. That's what I'm finding with my classified figures is, like the new Breaker. You got the Breaker has just a pistol. He's going to go into battle with a rifle, but they give you enough weapons and other things that you can.
Well, I would implore you guys, if you just check in with Gridiron, they oftentimes have like a cool rifle or something for like $5. And so what I do is I just watch, and then whenever they have a cool one that comes out, I mean, you probably, you could buy as many as you want. Obviously I usually get a few if it's really, really cool. But if like that way, anytime, you get a figure that you wanted to stand them up and have something, because they make really cool detailed weapons. I actually broke 3 today outside in that cold. Yeah. Well, hey, they were
like, everybody bitches about classified stuff being bendy, and it does suck, but it's like if you go too far the other direction and stiff, it's going to break.
Well, I should know.
Sucks. It's worse than the bendy shit, frankly, is when it breaks.
Well, I should know. I was outside in the freezing temperatures. I've never had another problem with Gridiron stuff. Yeah, I should note that was me.
I've never bought any of their stuff.
It's great. It's great. It's great for sure. Yep.
All right, let's get into the vehicles here. Now, of course, we have this is the Glider of Shame. So let's start with the Glider of Shame. So we can start with the Cobra Viper glider and the Falcon glider. This is the suckiest thing that you ever got in G.I. Joe.
I had those for one afternoon.
Everybody had it for a few hours. You had that shit. It was fucking styrofoam.
I feel like what made it hurt twice or like 10 times worse when it inevitably broke was that I wanted it to be so awesome. Like, it looks really fucking cool. And the idea of it, I was like, this is going to be perfect because I can now we're really playing. I'm going to come through in the air with a flying G.I. Joe. And like, I think I wanted it to be so awesome that it wasn't just bad that it broke the second time I threw it. It was that I wanted it to be so awesome. And when I got it out of the box, you look at it, how cool is this? And you throw the fucking thing, and then you're like, what? That just fell apart.
It's a great idea, and it was fun for the 30 seconds that you had it. So, we have, even if you don't like Valaverse, they make some great, decent weapons packs for a reasonable price. I do like Valaverse. I actually work at Valaverse. So, I make all of their videos. If you see a video of me at Valaverse in the past month, that was me. And so, I'm a big fan. In fact, I am a paid shill. No, I'm kidding. I am. I do work there though. So,
I've seen some of it. It's all excellent as usual.
Tripwire. What the fuck? I don't know what this is about. Tripwire is a mine in your mom's bush. I don't know what that's about. But I have to call out. That is a great comment. Gotta love that. So so this thing sucked. It was a disappointment, and then it came with a grunt. Who cares? The Cobra, at least the Cobra Viper, when it died on you, you got a good another figure out of it. You got like a Cobra Trooper out of it. That was cool, you know.
Right. It was awesome, actually. That was because I loved the look of I still do. I think that to me, it's like the quintessential, like that and the Viper are like the quintessential Cobra troop builder, right? You know, not like an eel or a snow serpent. Those are like specialists. Just a average, bad guy is that. So it was really dope to get that. That was the first one that I got was with that glider.
Yeah, now you throw them all together. You got a few here and there. You got your officer, you got your soldier. Now you can almost get a little troop building thing going on. Pretty great.
I loved it. I knew a kid that had a handful of like a bunch of the troop builders, snow serpents, and all that included. And I remember every time I went to his house, he wouldn't touch them. They were all set up on this thing, and it was just it was the coolest thing I remember back then. Like I wanted nothing more than to have a bunch of GI Joes like that, to have 5 of this and 5 of that.
He's kind of in a very interesting way. There is the operative D. Yeah, the commercial was pretty good. It actually made it look like they would work and not break on you in 30 seconds. But
they really worked in the cartoon.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.
They worked great.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's get into some of the vehicles. This might be the greatest year of vehicles of all time, honestly. This might be the greatest year. I don't think it's the greatest year because I think the figures are better in 86. I
think vehicles in 86, maybe. I don't know. There was a couple things, but I mean, we got the G.I. Joe headquarters with this, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I mean, that's hard to.
I guess we can.
That was like,
Come on, this thing is amazing.
Dude.
Can we get that in classified, please?
Oh, I think that would be a great. Imagine that as a HasLab.
I feel like it's
$500.
I mean,
but it's fine. I'll pay for it. I feel like it would work because you could put it on a shelf. It would be. It's probably
modular,
Dragonfly. No, it's bigger than Dragonfly.
I mean,
I'd pay for it. I'd buy it.
I would be very interested. I think the guy who made the Atlas, my brother Matt. I feel like that's something that he could tackle, and it would be like, really worth it. I mean, just look at how cool that is. Because especially as a kid, if you had that and you had like the Vamp and the Mobat that you could stick in those either side, and you always had Cobra Commander in the jail cell, they were always trying to break them out.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. It was so to me and the people that I knew. I remember feeling like the what do you call it? The aircraft carrier was like unattainable. I don't even think that had come out yet. So this was like the pinnacle of what you could get for GI Joe. Like it was the biggest, coolest thing. And I didn't get it at first. I got it later on, but I remember my cousin had it, and we used to set all kinds of shit up. He had that and a Millennium Falcon that he used to set up right next to each other. Which, by the way, that Millennium Falcon back then was an amazing toy.
Yeah. Well, the thing about this is it's modular, so you could break it apart. So you could take the 2 garages and the helicopter pad, and so I think it's a doable piece, and I think you could pull off something that maybe would work, and it could be something we could put on a shelf, and it could be very cool. It would be such a great display piece, and you could put every figure on it. It would be so awesome. It'd be the size of a coffee table. Yeah. Then they did the sail barge for Star Wars, and that is the size of a coffee table. It's really it's ridiculously huge. But this, did you two have this thing?
I had it.
Nice.
My grandmother bought it for me at Hill's department store in Decatur.
Yeah, it's so
beautiful. So many memories.
Yeah, it my jail cell broke, so it's all in pieces. Like little notches broke, unfortunately, but still have it to this day. It's awesome, so awesome, so much fun. A little battle place. This is Jeff says this is his favorite GI Joe toy ever. Yeah, it's really up there.
Yeah, absolutely. I loved it. I used to always try to find different ways to set stuff up over like the top of it, to have it like Like if I would stack a bunch of pillows on each side and then have something just like going over the top. That way there was like it was set in the mountain. You know what I mean? That sort of thing. But I absolutely loved it, dude. It was at the time it was the freaking coolest thing.
Yeah. Okay. Melts Cop says the aircraft carrier is like some Neo Geo was just the myth. I had one. I had one at the time. My mother,
awesome.
My mother. We didn't have a lot of money. My mother, divorced parents, and when you have divorced parents, your parents like compete. Like my mother was like all about when she was into toys too. She liked toys, so everyone's jailbroke. Oh, that's so sad. It's not just me. Okay. Yeah, so good though. Love this thing. One of my favorite toys. I agree. It's one of the best. Oh, okay. This is all right. The accessory pack's not really worth talking about. This is worth talking about. The Pocket Patrol.
Yes.
Yeah.
You were getting made fun of if you came to school with that Pocket Patrol, man. You were not living that shit down.
And you ain't fucking lying, bro. I had
But look at us now. We're on YouTube.
Especially if you were like 15 and you had the fucking Pocket Patrol on your belt.
No, that's tough luck. 15's a tough luck. No, I had two of those, and I remember the book bag I had at the time, I could clip them onto the pocket in the front so they would stick. They were right there. I would always have them. But I was always afraid of losing them, but I kept them like that. It was awesome. Those things were cool as shit.
Oh yeah, going through and setting up old toys, that would be fun. Yeah, I would like to do that. This thing was this was. Did you guys have one of these?
I did. I had two, and I absolutely loved them.
Man, you are so cool.
I was double cool.
It's a fanny pack for your GI Joes. That's what it is. Basically right. A fanny pack for GI Joes.
100%. It just didn't come. You had to supply your own belt, but it was 100% that for sure. It's hysterical. It was really cool idea because you could stick. What I liked about it, and a lot of times what I remember using them for wasn't always for the figures, but I would stick like all of the if I was gonna bring a bunch of figures to like set something up somewhere, I would stick all the accessories in there. That way that shit wouldn't get all lost as I was trying to carry everything like this across the, but yeah, I love that thing. Oh, Pack Rat. Yes, now we're talking.
Yeah, having that clipped to your belt is like asking you for a wedgie. Very true. Very true. Pocket Patrol and a Pocket Protector. Yes, it's basically the same thing. I love so the Pack Rats. Yeah, what are you feeling? We have the Pack Rats. We have the Flamethrower. I'm just gonna go through. Let's talk about them all in ones because they're not the most exciting thing in the world. Machine Gun. Okay, so we got the Machine Gun. And then we have, of course, the missile launcher, which I feel like Hasbro has got to do soon because they love reusing that Stinger missile launcher bullshit.
I know.
So yeah, so you love these little robots, Plague Doctor. What did you two think? Were you a fan?
I love
cool. Yeah.
I thought they were pretty cool.
Yeah.
Actually, I saw something. I think I used to have Tripwire. I think used to walk behind the machine gun. I'm honestly going. I can't remember.
He has no weapons and he sucks, so you got to give him something to do.
There he is. Yep. He walks behind that to go and try to find the fucking bomb.
Hello, Bearded Sumo. Welcome.
What's up, brother? Yeah, I thought that they were cool. I only had the machine gun. I think it was the machine gun first, and then for like, oh god, I got that for like my birthday maybe, and then Christmas time I got the other two. It was the missile or the machine gun first, but for Christmas I wound up getting the other two. I thought that they were really fucking cool. I had them for a really long time too, given how they're smaller with smaller pieces and shit like that. It just happened to be one of those ones that stuck around for like a really long time. Good playability.
They should come out with this in classified. All three of them in one pack, I think.
Yeah.
We do a 3-pack.
Definitely.
They want $75?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Sounds right.
Totally fun.
Sounds right.
In it. I don't know.
Call it 100 and throw in a figure. What figure would you throw in?
Ooh.
That was a good question.
Pack-Rat Control Specialist, code name.
I'd throw in Lightfoot because Lightfoot sucks.
Lightfoot? Yeah.
I mean, that would be cool, but I will hope for he's a deluxe. They would probably maybe try to use like a generic grunt with a steel core helmet, maybe something like that. I don't know. That just would be the easy route to take, but I mean, you could probably see maybe even a different version of grunt. Kalel says Grand Slam. That would be cool.
Yeah.
With the silver pads.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So these weren't the most exciting things in the world, but they were cool. They were all right. Yeah, I was.
But see, it was a cheap buy, because you didn't do that great on your math test that week. So you're not getting a big vehicle, but you might be able to wrangle out one of these.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. Everything was kind of cheap.
Anytime you could.
This one I feel like we can talk about very briefly because I feel like I just talked about it last week because this came out in the did this not come out in
right.
It's the same thing. Why is it this is just it has a silver version of Grand Slam in it, I feel like.
Yes.
I feel like this came out in 1982, no?
I
think it came out without a figure in 82.
So I'm gonna look it up. Yeah,
the red one came out in 82.
The red one came out in 82, yeah.
Yep.
So
I remember
because
I think my cousin had the red one. I got this one and I traded him for the orange figure. Like I kept, you know what I mean? Like I basically swapped it. So I wanted the one with the orange on it. And dude, that was one of those things early on that like I couldn't stop staring at. Like I thought the idea of that little platform and a jump pack because and especially after the opening of the G.I. Joe where Stalker throws that pilot of TNT and then shoots it. That was just, I don't even know what the fuck he was trying to hit with that or whatever happened, but it was just such a badass shot.
It never made sense to me. Why is he throwing in the air?
To blow it up. It's crazy. But I don't know. As a kid, it was just something cool. But yeah, I loved it. And plus I loved I loved it with the orange. The orange was just super cool. I thought it was really awesome.
Yeah, so I don't know, silver one, whatever. That to me feels like an 82 issue. So let's like move on to the next thing. Okay, the APC all personnel carrier. This is if you didn't have your G.I. Joe fanny pack. This is the way you carried around your G.I. Joes. So yeah, so Grand Slam came out with the laser cannon and the HAL, right, in 82, but he also came with a jump jetpack, but he had a red suit on. So I don't really it's weird. So the APC, what are your thoughts on this?
From the garden to the tub. Yeah.
Hell yeah. It's one of my all-time favorite anything for G.I. Joe. I had two. Like I originally got one and I cracked the canopy of one and somebody, I can't remember, aunt, uncle, somebody was like, oh, there's just like an impulse thing. They bought me like another one. So I had two of those. I would oftentimes maybe use one for Cobra, like Cobra stole it. So I'd have the Cobra guys in one and these guys in the other. But no, I had two of those. I get the floating part was amazing. At my grandmother's house, my grandmother had a pool. I had both of them things in there. It was really, really awesome. And the playability is just like literally off the charts. That shit you could do with that was great. And you'd be able to put your figures in there too. It was really, really, really awesome. I loved it.
The fact that you could float is a huge. I mean, it's not the most exciting vehicle as far as weapon wise. Have you ever seen the action?
But it does everything.
Yeah. A lot of people think the Atlas looks a lot like that.
I can see that.
holds a lot of figures too. I mean, it was, and that was like not a small thing. That was what I liked about it. Like, you know, your average vehicle, if you look at like later, is like, you know, like the Stinger or the Vamp. They're like shorter, they're smaller. You know, I almost like in retrospect when you think about it, you're like, man, I thank God they gave us this nice like extra big thing. And the fact that the cap came off the back, I really enjoyed, because you could get your figures all set up and then set the thing back on. You know what I mean? You have to like reach in there and try to get it all set up. And nope. That little gun on the top, the cannon on top, super awesome.
The Action Force one's it's got like a bed inside of it and a computer station and a medic thing. A
get
cannon.
out.
It's way cool. Yeah.
It is really cool, yeah.
Huh. I have to see that one. That's pretty awesome.
It's pricey.
Let me see if I can find it. APC. Oh yeah, so here it is. The Z Force has a missile launcher and everything, man. It's a lot cooler. Let's see if I can. All right, let's see. Yeah, see if I can. I'll screen share that. So yeah, this is it, right? So look at that.
Wow.
Yeah, so it has like a little hatch the guy can come out of.
Oh, now, put the glass on this one.
It's got rockets too, so you got a little missile launcher there. And I want to see the inside. If you go on the inside,
I was just gonna say,
even
I want to see that.
cooler.
I want to see that computer station.
Yeah, let's see if I can find. I don't want to like get too boring here, but the yeah, if you get in there, you can really. No, you can't really see very well. But yeah, it has like all kinds of stuff. Like it's a little bit more of an impressive, you know, toy.
I mean, it still held a lot of vehicles, or held a lot of figures. It was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
APC off the hook.
Very cool. Yeah. So what are you gonna do? Okay, let's see. All right, let's get through. We're almost all right. We made our way through through a good percentage. Okay, we got. Let's see. Now we get to the really good shit. Now we're getting to the stuff. In fact, all right, let's go to the one that's not that cool. Let's get it out of the way. This is the Whirlwind. Perfectly fine. Actually, pretty awesome, good towable weapon. But you know,
shot down the Rattler a couple times.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I love the armor on it. It's very armored. You know,
I loved it.
Yeah, it's very cool. That is very cool. But in this great year of vehicles, it's not the most exciting thing. But you were definitely cool with it.
It's often like lost a lot of times. You know, I remember trying to bring it up to somebody, and it took them a while to even kind of remember it. I had to look it up, but it is something it reminds me of the ASP. Now the ASP came out later, and I just love that thing. But this is like the Joe's version of that, especially how the tires kind of, you know, become part of the stand. I thought it was very cool. Like you could have it like amidst, like when you would set something up, the pack rats, you could put the pack rats like right next to it, and they just all look cool, kind of line up like that. But I actually like that thing a lot. I thought it was dope.
Very cool, very realistic looking. I'm probably is based on a real. That might have been one of those. I'm not 100% sure if it is, but it looks like something that's very real. You know, that I love about it too. Now we're gonna get into some shit that is a little wacky. All right, this is a great year. All right, let's go to this. How about one of the best things ever made? I love this thing so much. Look at that price on that, $499. Can you imagine $499?
My God, Jesus, yeah, dude. That's to me, this is an iconic vehicle in terms of GI Joe. Like the vehicles I think of right off the bat the most are the the Hiss, obviously, but the Fang, the Trouble Bubble, the Claw. Like they're all the ones like in that Sumbo cartoon. They were always using those. There was always somebody on one. There's all like they were like the most used vehicles for sure. And there's just so much to look at. You've got like a jet engine blowing flames out the back. You've got four giant missiles that are directly underneath. Now the guy barely even fits in the cockpit. His knees are sticking out. It's crazy. It's got that the movable ball in the front, like, which was really, really awesome. And then of course you have a full on helicopter rotor blade that looks like it's roughly 24 to 30 inches above the guy's head.
Oh, you're taking off somebody's head with that thing, man.
That's so insane. But
He
it's
got
really
a helmet on.
He's got a helmet on. That's not going to help you. I always love this thing. Yeah, this would be like, you'd crash into a bunch of Cobra soldiers, cut them all in half. That would be like the most fun thing. That bomb on the bottom was so satisfying to drop off too. You know, it's very iconic, as a manifesto says. Absolutely. Orbit Skew. Fang was your first vehicle. It's a great vehicle. I love those small vehicles because they're more fun to play with. They're a little easier to, like, you could really have a battle like this, the Skyhawk going back and forth. It was very easy because you could hold them both in hand. Now, if you hold the Dragonfly versus the Fang, hard to hold the Dragonfly in your hand when you're like 8. You know, let's get into that though. One of the absolutely amazing toy.
I still got a Fang.
Oh yeah, see, okay, so I was right. See, it says Franklin Talltree on the side. If you can see that on the side there, underneath his the picture of Airborne. Let me just see if I can do that for a second.
Yep.
Kind of see. So you will notice that it is Franklin Talltree. See that? Has their names on it. So
awesome.
Really cool.
It's so cool. I wish to hell I had that. I wanted that Dragonfly so bad.
Oh, it was so good. Yeah, it was good.
It's a really well made, because it's like not too big, but still big enough to be like, when you see it in person, you're like, oh man, look at how freaking awesome that is.
Oh, so good. Yeah, it was amazing. I love this thing. Love the winch. Had a little winch on the bottom, so you could, pick up. In fact, it's meant to pick up the battle platform, tactical battle platform. It has a little machine gun at the top. It looks like it has like a flamethrower in one of those. I always made it. I don't know if I made that up, but yeah, it's very cool. Rockets. It's just perfect. A perfect vehicle.
Looks like we got another person, Willer7284, saying Doc stretcher fit on the landing gear. Didn't freaking know.
Did. That's crazy. That's so cool. I didn't realize that it did. So that was meant to anyway. So that is very cool.
That's that stuff that really sends me, even as a kid.
Oh yeah. That's the thing. The crazy amount of detail they had in this stuff was so good. It was like they would just put these details on them. Like the fact that you could just open up a panel every once in a while and just see the engine.
Yes.
That was so mind-blowingly good there. And I think this had this on the way on the engines the panels could come off. Just a lot of detail there. That one, if they have a good picture of the panel coming off here, doesn't seem to, but so good. And of course, Wild Bill was an awesome figure. Just a great figure.
Oh, for sure. He's one of the ones that, like, his character and the figure themselves merge to make something really fucking awesome. Yeah, I think he's fantastic. I like his character in Resolute. I've actually just pulled. So I was just looking over here at my retro. So I do have it. I actually still have. I have a Fang in the box, which is dope. But I have this too. This is I think this came out. I think this is Rise of Cobra stuff. It is Rise of Cobra 3 3/4 Dragonfly, little guy, really dope. It's only a 1-seater, but like it's got these missile things that are on the side. Like if I pull it, boom. If I pull this back, where is it? Right here. The missile things pop out. But this version of Wild Bill could be one of my favorites, if not my favorite, dude. It's pretty cool.
Ask a question. Does it have the button to make the wings go?
It does not. It does not.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. So.
Oh shit. Yeah, it's
so cool.
it's an amazing vehicle.
Yeah, it's so good. So yeah, which we have mentioned the rotors. Yeah, that was a very cool little mechanism. So fun, so fun. Yeah, absolutely great. Do you have a Dragonfly, Birdman?
Yes. I love everyone loved their Dragonfly. I mean,
yeah.
What's not to love about a Dragonfly?
Right.
So, kind of a funny story. I was talking to one of my brothers from the Joe community, and he said he was like, oh, you don't have a Dragonfly, meaning like a classified one. I was like, I do not. He's like, man, I think I have one that doesn't have figures, but I could sell you the figureless Dragonfly. He's like, I don't need two of them, and I was like, all right, sounds great. And he calls me back the next day, and he goes, dude, I'm sorry, I was confused. I only have a figureless Rattler, so I do now have a Rattler on the way. But I originally thought I thought I was going to get a Dragonfly. No, he was very nice to give me a very generous deal. He practically tried to give it to me, and I was like, no, dude, I insist that I give you some money for that for sure. And but no, it's a figureless Rattler coming. I'm very excited. I know how I'm going to display it right over there, so that should be here like Thursday. Stoked for that.
Nice. Yeah, I haven't bought the Rattler yet. I'm gonna. They're about $500. It's unfortunate, but I'm gonna.
I know.
But anyway, all right. The Wolverine. We have Cover Girl. Great vehicle. Love the little tow line thing. That was cool. That was a cool little added detail there. Cover Girl herself. This figure, not the best looking action figure ever made by any means. Super butterface, man. It's just not the best looking thing ever. And she's supposed to be a model, which is very strange because that is not a model's face.
No.
Really an idea though. The idea of like a Cover Girl, like the name, like this model who is also this like grease monkey who it's crazy.
For sure. Yeah, that character idea is fantastic.
She's really good. If you read the Energon Universe stuff, she's one of the main characters. She's
okay.
There's only like 7 in the first like 10 issues. They focus on about 7 characters: Baroness, Cover Girl, Duke, and a few others. So she's really one of the only Stalker, Clutch. So there's really only a handful of characters. So she's one of the main characters in the Energon Universe, and she really stands out. She looks like Hillary. She does not look like Hillary Clinton. She looks horrifically bad, but not Hillary Clinton bad. They should come on with her in the Epstein gown. Did you see the Hillary Clinton photo with her weird ceremonial gown in the Epstein Island? That was some creepy shit, man.
It sure is. That does look like Hillary Clinton, though. Now that he said it.
So, what are your thoughts on the Wolverine?
I always had a crush from Cover Girl.
That face, man. Well, look at how cute she is in the picture. The artwork,
yeah,
horrible.
Right.
That's adorable, man. She's beautiful, but that face, man, is not good.
They did her dirty with the sculpt.
Yeah.
It's very reminiscent of Scarlett's first face sculpt, which was just,
but Scarlet face sculpt's 20 times better than this thing, though. Look at that shit.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's Scarlet.
Look at that face. Oh. Looks like
that head is so large.
About feminist theory and shit. I don't know. She just looks like a miserable human being to deal with. She just looks odd. No, thank you. Not a fan. We're all going on a list now. Yes, we are. It's a good point. I'm on like 20 lists. I don't even care anymore. I'm definitely on too many lists to care. All right, let's go on to the next thing. We're wrapping up. We got a few. Oh, we get quite a few more. Oh, shit. Okay. Ooh, where to go next? Oh, this is one of my absolute favorite things of all time, and I can't
Yes.
believe we don't have one yet. We got to be getting one in the next year. Wait, she looks like the lunch lady at the high school. She does. She does look
She
like lunch
does.
lady.
She
By the
does.
way, a couple years ago at my school, a lunch lady tried to called in a bomb threat. That was very fun. That was a good story.
So
The
really lunch lady?
The lunch lady called in a bomb threat. Yeah, it was like hilarious.
She needed to take 5
that day, and it was the lunch lady.
That's hysterical.
Yeah, dating a clown's daughter would do that. Wait, what? The clown's daughter thing comes back. I love it. Okay. Yeah, the Polar Battle Bear is so good. It's just a simple little vehicle, but it's got the fact that it has little rockets on the skis, those machine guns. You push the little lever on the side, and it would go. The guns would go side to side. It was just like a little fast attack vehicle. I love that.
Definitely. I always liked the smaller ones because I was able to get those ones. So anything that was a little smaller, I could get my hands on, whether it was like allowance money or my parents ponying up for something. But no, this was fantastic. I had mine for a while. Also because I remember having it with the Snowcat at some point. So yeah, because I Snowcat's one of my favorites. And definitely having this as like a good companion scout to it, right? I would be like, oh, the Snowcat's gonna kind of stay idle here for a minute, and we'll send the Battle Bear up, up and around, and just have it, to check out what's going on ahead and shit like that. Very, very cool, especially with Snow Job.
It was cool. You got those little handlebar where you could have them like grab on, which was like a lot of times you would have figures on the side of a vehicle never made any sense. This one, it makes some sense. You would grab onto that handlebar, and you could just run alongside and just jump off and shoot. That was really fun.
Right. Agreed. Yeah, sometimes you would see like a foot peg for a figure on a side of something, but there's nowhere to like have them hold on to it. They're just kind of like one leg dangling, the other leg, attached to the little peg. And then, but this with the nice little bar, yeah, like you said, like that looks fantastic right there.
Right, like the Skyhawk has a foot peg on the. It's like you're not gonna attach yourself to that. You're gonna fly the fuck off. Like, what are you?
Right.
That's ridiculous. Anyway, I love this thing. So good.
It's sucked into that jet engine.
Yeah, this is one of my favorites of all time. I like the little vehicles. Okay, wow, we've gone through. Okay, so let's hit this one up. The Cobra Snake. Whoa, I never noticed like that you could put the extra weapons on the back.
I didn't know that either. Holy hell.
Why would you do that? That doesn't look like you should do that.
It looks ridiculous, but there it is.
What are your thoughts on this thing?
It got a lot of play.
Yeah, so fun, right?
Definitely awesome. I wore this shirt in memoriam to it.
But I have a Roboskull right there, but it's not for sale.
Nice.
This thing's fucking awesome, by the way. You get this thing? If you haven't gotten this thing, by the way, you must immediately.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we were looking at that last time. It's very awesome.
Everything and just get it.
That's what's up. Yeah, that does look awesome.
It's unbelievable. Yeah, it's so good.
Evil could it be any bigger?
Yeah, it's pretty good size. What's nice is it will go with your 118 scale and your 112 scale, so you can get it has like a separate cockpit, so you could use if you collect 3 3/4 inch.
Yeah, it
still works. It's genius. But the Snake Armour, I love this thing. Was a huge fan. I love the fact they gave you, because you obviously didn't have extra figures to be putting inside this thing, so they gave you that little rubber piece you kind of needed.
Yeah. This was one of my favorite things to play with all the time. I just thought it was awesome. I used it as like a VIP escape pod. So for like, if somebody needed to get out of here real quick, they would, bust out this, put that person in the snake armor, and the snake armor would just like, they would have everybody in front of them, shooting and trying to shoot their way out, but the VIP would be in that thing as like a even almost just like a suit of armor, as much almost a defensive thing, as opposed to even an offensive weapon. You know what I mean? Just something to put that VIP in.
Well, that's what they called it, the Red Shadows. By the way, the Action Force, it was the escape pod. It was like their quote. That was the Red Shadow escape pod. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Nice.
Well,
yeah,
cover mentioned sure fell apart a lot. That was one of the best things about it. Anything that exploded, because once you destroyed this thing, it was very easy to just go like boom, and it was just in 100. It was just in like 10 pieces. It was perfect. But it was so good. I felt like it exploded. I feel like it didn't fall apart for me too much. I feel like it was like it fell apart when I wanted to, which was like ideal. You want it to fall apart when you want it to. I love this thing. So good. What a great, oh my God, like the shit, the iconic shit came out this year. So, all right, we only got a couple left, and they're all absolute icons. Let's see, we made it through Cobra Snake. Oh, two left. Where do we go first? Let's go to the Cobra H.I.S.S tank. Obviously, one of the greatest things ever created. The actual toy itself wasn't it's like that great, because it's basically just a big giant block.
Right.
Nothing,
Imagine if it had batteries.
Yeah, right. Like, so this is one of those things where with the Classified, they really did a complete upgrade. They made it what it should be. It should have had an open back where you could fit troops in. It should have had treads that moved. Not complaining. Obviously, the original toy was awesome, but and it really captured your imagination. But for me, it was more like the comic book. You'd imagine like there's a part where Cobra Commander is in the turret, and then Hawk and Destro are having this fist fight on the back. Remember that in the comic book?
Yeah. Yep.
And
definitely.
but there's nowhere to have that fight in this actual toy,
Right. You couldn't be any more right when you say that the Classified nailed it. It's like my favorite thing that they've come out with. That his tank is just phenomenal. And honestly, looking back, if the 3 3/4 scale H.I.S.S, if that big block was able to just open up in a similar way, that would be one of my favorite toys of all time, I think, because I love the H.I.S.S tank. The way that it looked, the nose of it, the canopy, the big cannons on top that swiveled, and you were able to put somebody in there, and you could put two people on the back. So I did absolutely love that thing. I always had at least one of them. As soon as it came out, I got one, and then I think again that's one of those things that I got one for like my birthday, and then I even got a second one for Christmas, and I loved it. I thought they were fantastic, and to me that is like the quintessential Cobra vehicle. So I don't know if you guys saw. Do you know the Hot Wheels G.I. Joe crossover that they did? So these are coming out now. So I cannot wait. I foresee a handful of these over on my my computer.
Orbisque says it looks sinister. Yeah, this is the bad guy's weapon. Yeah, it's their most iconic looking weapon. It just looks so cool. So cool looking.
So sleek.
Even though it doesn't quite live up to like what it should be as a toy, but it's cool. You kind of imagine, your imagination sort of filled in the blanks there. By you, Birdman, did you have one?
Never had a H.I.S.S tank, even to this day. But I always loved this tank.
Damn, man, you gotta get that. That Classified one is that one is. If I was gonna buy any, I think it's the best HasLab. In my opinion, it's the best one.
Me too. It's kind of like when I first started collecting, and the more I looked at the H.I.S.S and like all the stuff it came with, the extra guns on the side, and the fact that it came with like a tactician. So like tanks, if you inside a real tank, you have like a driver, a gunner, and like a tactician, right, to tell you big, oh, you got to dial in over here, do this and do that.
Yeah.
So the fact that it came with that extra figure, special design by Ron Rudat, it's got a signature that comes on the box. To me, I was just like, because dude, I bought, by the time I got a H.I.S. tank, I had already gotten quite a few figures. And for some reason, I was like, man, this isn't it. And then once I got my hands on that H.I.S. tank, I remember being like, oh, okay, this is the core of my collection, because it is the coolest fucking thing. The lights, the thing in the back, like all of it. It's the space in the back, all of it. It's just fantastic.
All the tiers were incredible too. It was like that's the thing is about that's one of the problems I have with HasLabs right now is they're just not. Once they've sort of spoiled you, because everything, like, it had really cool lights, like the fact that it projects like a Cobra symbol. It's got
so amazing.
The back opens up. It's got the interior lights, and then you have every tier was good. It came with 4 figures. All 4 figures are great. And then you have, in addition to that, you have the other tiers, the extra armor, the guns, the missiles. They could have been doing that for like the Snowcat. They could have had the tiers been like other missile racks, machine guns to add to it. And instead they gave you these shitty ass, Arctic versions of Flint and Lady J.
Right. Agreed. The extras on the Snowcat could have been way better. And without a doubt, I agree that the H.I.S. HasLab is the absolute best. And dude, the biggest kick in the dick is that those fucking patches instead of a 4th character for the Rattler. The fuck? Nobody wants it.
No. Patches are where it's at, man.
Dude, I mean, that is just. I think I remember my original decision to not get a Rattler was, I had just had the opportunity to buy the H.I.S. tank, and I was kind of like, I don't think I want to buy both right now. I don't think I want to spend whatever it was, because I paid like $475 for the H.I.S. and it was $300. So I was like, I don't think I want to spend $800 right now on these 2 HasLab things. And I was still really upset at the idea of not getting it for a fucking year. I was like, you know what? I'm just saying no, and I passed.
When you finally get them, they're awesome. It's fun, but
right. I'm really glad I got a Snowcat. That I think, I'll be honest with you. I was, even though I don't really care for the Flint or the Lady J figures. I wish they were something else. I did get, for whatever reason, the little kid in me got super fucking excited when I saw the bivouac. Now I know it's nothing special. Right? I know it, but it folds down. It goes into the back. I don't know, dude. I was kind of like, okay, that reminds me. That's a very H.I.S.-esque feature, right? To have that set up. I mean, dude, the winter dials with that'll be so much fun. But I mean, it's hopefully that also means that somewhere along the way we get just like a Joe bivouac in a green, or maybe even a fully black H.I.S. bivouac.
Probably yeah. All right, final vehicle. I think the last thing to talk about, and obviously saving the best for last, or you could argue the H.I.S. is better, but I don't know. This would be the final vehicle, the final release of the year. Possibly one of the most iconic things of all time is the Sky Striker masterpiece. Did anybody get the HasLab of this?
I did not get that HasLab, but I have seen it in person, and it is pretty awesome. I think if there was anybody out there that was collecting 3 3/4 figures recently, and that H.I.S., or I'm sorry, the Sky, this little 3 3/4 HasLab came out, and then they literally never did anymore, I would be heartbroken, because it is pretty awesome. The HasLab for that is really dope.
It's one of the moments where, man, should this not have been a fucking HasLab? That's ridiculous. It's like they've come out with one every 5 years since 1983. And the idea that they made this a HasLab is just upsetting to me. I don't know how much it was, but what a bullshit HasLab that was. Like, I'm like, I don't know. It's like, it's because it's not that big. It's a 3 3. It's the same thing you had when you were a kid, but it's got more detail.
It is.
So I didn't buy classified. What's that?
HasLab classified size. Are you buying it?
Hell, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Absolutely. 100%.
The wings have to move.
It would be huge. It would be. I mean, it would only be a little bit bigger than the Rattler, but so I guess it's doable. They can do it, but it would be massive, but absolutely, I think they should do it. I don't. The problem is they don't want to do it because they already did one for the 3 3/4 inch, but that was bullshit. They never should have had a HasLab. That'd have been a HasLab. That was ridiculous.
No. I mean, I could see it going either way there. I could see him not doing it, but then again, depending on, I think at this point they've talked about doing so many other things that people would rather see something else. But yeah, as long as those wings jack up and open up, you get, I mean, we'd have to get, the tiers and stuff. If I remember correctly, the very last tier for this HasLab where you were going to get the ketchup and mustard guy, the ground crew, and it just missed by like a little amount, and the Hasbro didn't throw it in. They were like, "Nope, we're not giving it to you."
Right, because it shouldn't have been HasLab in the first place. Frankly, it should not have been HasLab. But anyway, all right. Well, that we made it through the whole year. Wow. Okay. What are your thoughts on the year itself? Pretty crazy just seeing it all out there and just like being a reminder of everything that came out that year. It's insane. What are your thoughts on the year there, Birdman?
Pretty awesome year. I had everything but the HISS tank looking back at it now.
Well, yeah.
And I still can't believe I had that much G.I. Joe stuff, but everything but the HISS.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I had everything. Everything pretty much.
And you still have it.
I still have, except the gliders. Yeah. Those fucking gliders, man. I don't have. I got the 2 figures that came with gliders, but nobody has the gliders because they suck. What are your thoughts, Destro?
Listen, it's the year that set off my whole, 40 years later, look at what I'm doing. I'm still obsessed with the line, and this is where it all started. I would say in '86 is where it went from how much I love it now to just going through the stratosphere in terms of like how much I loved all the figures. It became something completely different in '86. So I'll definitely have to be here for '86.
Okay,
but because that year was the shit. But no, this looking, when I was going back yesterday, I sat down for a little bit and just kind of went through, and I kind of was like, oh, I thought a lot of this stuff was spanned maybe over like almost 2 or 3 years worth of stuff. And I was like, oh no, that's right. Yeah. I got a bunch of shit for my birthday that year. And then I got a whole bunch more for Christmas because I have a huge extended family, aunts and uncles out the wazoo. So you know what I mean? I had everybody buying me stuff for both sides of the family. Like legit, my mom has 5 brothers and sisters. My dad has 6 brothers and sisters. So it's a ton of, it's a lot. But anyway, I was very blessed that year to be given a whole lot of it. And I can't stress enough how I went from like, I remember He-Man was my favorite thing. And then a couple other random, I don't remember what else they were, whatever was out at that, but that was the one that really had my attention. But the second that G.I. Joe hit, that was it. I didn't want anything else. I didn't want to spend my money on anything else. Like I think I had like some football and baseball cards back then too, and I just immediately didn't want anything to do with them. It was anytime I wanted, anybody in my family was going to buy me something, it was a G.I. Joe. Anytime I had snow shovel, well, I wasn't shoveling snow back then, but anytime somebody was going to give me something, the answer was G.I. Joe. 100%. So yeah, that's a very, very important year for me in that regard.
So Sky Strikers is your centerpiece. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Melted Cobra is doing a big ploy for you to give super chats. I'm not going to beg for your money, so I'm going to let Melted Cobra here beg for your money for me. Listen, your super chat will help the sad man who dates a clown's daughter. I'm not.
He doesn't want. He won't let that one go. He's getting the mileage out of that one.
Girlfriend, okay. But I appreciate you, Melted Copper. Then anyway, newly single. It is true. I am newly. Well, I'm not really single, but newly not married. There you go. So anyway, I appreciate that. Don't you do whatever you want to do, folks. This is all for fun. But anyway, so yeah, I'm here to beg. He is here to beg. I paid him to beg for me.
Right. He gets a cut. He gets a cut.
No, he does not. Okay. If 36 cents a month can help Africans, you can help. It's true. It's a good point.
That's true. That is a good point.
All right. Well, we made it through the year. Okay, we made it through. It's a lot of stuff. I guess it's going to get even bigger as we keep going. What a great year. It's crazy. So let me know in the chat if you want me to keep going. You want me to do 84, 85, 86? You want me to go through the whole series? Maybe I'll mix it up. I might do something different. I haven't figured it out yet. But always open to trying new stuff. So let me know. And that was really fun. Thanks, guys, for coming.
Absolutely. No, that was great. I love the format, the idea, and everybody that I spoke to, after the first one, everybody seemed to like it and thought it was a very nifty idea. I mean, because it is, like being able to just kind of touch on, especially in these years right here, right? Obviously getting up into like 92 and 3 and all those, that's not maybe as fun, but like in these, especially these first like 5-6 years or whatever, 7 years, all the way up to 91.
Yeah.
Really,
We're gonna get to 93, so we can have Birdman on to talk about.
Oh yeah, Monster Viper. What? Joe, my God, the sacrilege. Forgive me. For sure. I loved it, and everybody that I talked to did too. So
did y'all have this guy?
I did not. I did
not. I did not.
I want him, and I did not have him.
I think I had done. Yeah, I think I totally completely severed from G.I. Joe by 93 because I was going into high school, and at that point, yeah, it was somewhere in junior high. The connection, the cord got cut, and I moved on from toys altogether. I did always have like a wandering eye. I always had the toys. Every once in a while, you see them. I can remember being like 14 or 15 maybe, and getting into smoking weed. And then I remember being like the box of toys would be calling me from over on the other side of the room. Every once in a while I'd pull something out and play with it. But yeah, that was a hard disconnect all the way up. So I missed out on the Monstro Viper. Maybe if I knew, I would have came back.
Just another jerk is saying you should get Barricade from the same year. He is a pretty cool figure.
He is good. It is good.
Birdman, yeah. All right. Well, anything coming up on your channels? What's going on? Anything you gonna promote or?
Yeah. So this Saturday, I actually have Chris from CIS 3D Arsenal coming on. That's this Saturday, same time as usual. Actually, might be a little later this week because I think I have a basketball game. I actually got it. They just came out the schedule yesterday, but yeah. And then the week after that, I have some people coming up from the community. I got Roblox slated. Stevie Z is to come. Stevie Z's been crushing it, making all kinds of different dio stuff. He's got very highly detailed dioramas, right? They've really been doing a good job, so I'm excited to have him on the show to talk about that. And that's it. Yeah, coming up soon, Wednesdays. I'm going to be doing I know you won't believe it, but 1 hour. I'm doing a 1 hour show with my brother Jay Antonio, the bearded sumo that was in here. It's just going to be a real quick midweek kind of thing. We're just going to touch on a few things, and then that's going to be that. Yeah, super excited for all that. Lots of stuff to come. I've got new production value in the works too coming up, meaning like the show. I've got Tex Thompson from TV Cobra has worked on something for me. He's done what I wanted was the music from the beginning of the movie, right? The G.I. Joe movie, like that with the trombones, that burn, 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 that amazing song. I wanted that, but I wanted it in metal, like almost like a rock kind of sounding thing. And he actually came up with something. The first attempt that he sent me, he was like, "How about this?" And I had the tiniest tweak, and then I was like, "I think that's it." So yeah, super production to be coming up, super new production coming up for the live from Viper Den Studios. So I'm excited. But that's every Saturday night, usually at 8.
Nice. So we got a very nice super chat from Have You Played Dr. 20. Very nice. It's probably the biggest super chat we've ever gotten. Appreciate you giving us the space. I think Mike Ray has gotten us around there before in the past. Thank you so much. Hey, appreciate the space to talk about Joe's and talk a little shiz. Yeah, good times ahead. Appreciate that. Melted Copper says now with the $22, I can get a monster and sliced pizza. So I'm the king of the world. That's a very good point. Yeah. What about you, Birdman? What you got going on?
I've just been too busy with real life stuff.
I hear that.
Mm-hmm.
So what do I have going on upcoming? We're gonna do. I have ranked every figure in the 2025 classified line. That's the next video.
Ooh,
so
nice
video, yeah. And then I
That's
think I'm
exciting.
working on the mythology of She-Ra, so to correspond with the He-Man release.
Okay,
So that's what's coming up for me. But thank you all so much. So yeah, next week I don't know if I might do 1984. I might take a week off, do something weird. We'll see.
Sounds good.
Let me know. But thanks for coming, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
Sounds good. Everybody have a good night. Thank you all.
Thank you. Where's the Viper girl? We'll try to get her on soon. We'll come up with something for her to do. We have a weird one coming up, by the way. We're gonna have her on for, which is the horniest G.I. Joe moment. So that's coming up.
That's exciting.
So we'll see if we can get her on for that. All right.